the first thing that we learn. What is mindfulness? Second, of course, we'll also understand what is this victim mindset that we are living with, which is stopping us. And then, of course, there is another aspect of us, this autopilot, that's stopping us from living a more aware life. And then how are we going to use mindfulness to help us break these behaviors? We will practice. मैं आपको यहीं पे mindfulness के practices देने वाली हूँ. It's not that later on. Of course, I have sorry, I have a mindfulness practitioner certificate course. I will talk about that also. वो है, लेकिन उसके अलावा भी, उसके पहले ही मैं आपको कुछ ऐसे टेक्निक्स सिखाने वाली हूँ जो आप अपनी रेगुलर लाइफ में अभी से ही प्रैक्टिस करना शुरू कर सकते हैं, right? And so that's what we're going to learn, how to become fully aware. So this is what we are going to learn tonight. Again, who is this workshop for? To be honest, this is for everyone. Everyone who wants to bring a change in their life. This is for everyone, from entrepreneurs, housewives, doctors, students, teachers, healers and coaches. There are going to be techniques here. There are going to be foundation की कहाँ से शुरू करना है और कहाँ हम अटक रहे हैं, all of that. तो आप अपनी प्रैक्टिस में इसे रेगुलर लाइफ प्रैक्टिस में भी इसे इनकलकेट कर सकते हैं और फिर आप इसे दूसरों को भी सिखा सकते हैं. बट ऑफ कोर्स उससे पहले खुद अच्छे से प्रैक्टिस करें, अच्छे से सीखें. Anyone who is right now struggling with depression, anxiety, self-doubt, criticism, migraine, weight issues, these are all not just migraine or weight issues. ये सिर्फ mental disorders या mental physical concerns नहीं है. ये actually have these physical concerns actually have a mental reason for that, right? तो हम वो उसमें समझेंगे और उसे कैसे ब्रेक करना है वो भी सीखेंगे कि भाई कैसे इस बार की झंझट से बाहर निकलना है. ठीक है, तो वो भी हम सीखने वाले हैं. आपको जो those who cannot take clear decisions, those who are struggling with that, of course we learn about that clear decision making because we want mental clarity. I will show you a technique that will help you to clear down all that baggage जो भरा जाता है and constant that brain fogging जो होता है. So we learn how to break that also. So in case that's what you're looking for, then yes, this workshop is for you. But in case you're looking for a quick fix, कि आज किया अभी बस, अब इसके बाद तो मुझे और कुछ प्रैक्टिस करने की जरूरत नहीं है, मैंने सब सीख लिया है, तो फिर यही इतना ही में बस हो गया, सब ठीक हो गया, तो ऐसा नहीं है. There is no quick fix here. Yes, there are tools and techniques जो हमें रोज प्रैक्टिस करनी है, जिसकी वजह से बदलाव आएगा. लेकिन अगर यहाँ का यहाँ आपको लगता है कि अभी का अभी, of course you'll see the result right now. लेकिन it requires some work for that result to stay permanent. अगर result permanent करना है तो हमको उस पे continuous काम करते रहना है, right? तो अगर आप क्विक फिक्स ढूंढ रहे हैं, नो. अगर आप तैयार नहीं है कि भाई थोड़ा मेहनत करना पड़ेगा, पर नहीं करनी है तो फिर तो भाई रिजल्ट भी नहीं होने वाला है वैसा. ठीक है, सो या इफ दैट्स व्हाट्स हैपनिंग. एंड अगर आप नाउ इज माय वॉइस क्लियर? I'll just try to let me know if my voice is clear. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me clearly, if there's no breaking of the voice. In case there is any kind of disruption from our end. Yep, clear? Okay, cool. Thank you very much. Cool. Yeah, so miracles की तो मैं बात नहीं कर रही हूँ, पर मोटिवेशन जरूर मिलेगा. लेकिन आपसे मैं ये भी कहूंगी कि मोटिवेशन मिलता है तो उस पर तभी का तभी काम करना शुरू कीजिए. ये नहीं कि हमने आज मोटिवेशन मिला है पर काम हम करते हैं कि चलो अगले, वो अगला कभी नहीं आता है. ठीक है, so आज if you feel motivated to do something about your life, change things in your life, change things about yourself, then take that step. Okay, don't hold yourself back. So if you're looking, but again as I said, if you're waiting for miracles, वो कभी नहीं आ रहे. मिराकल हम खुद करते हैं. ठीक है, कोई आते नहीं है कहीं से. तो अगर आपने बदलना ही है कुछ और वो जादू से हो जाए तो वो खुद के पास ही है वो जादू. हम देखेंगे कैसे और क्या. Why am I doing this? I'll be very honest with you. These numbers that I always see, they are very frightening. मैं जब भी इस तरह की सर्विस पढ़ती हूँ, I keep an eye on these service, and they kind of really makes me feel like I have to do more, and that's why I'm here. I've been practicing as a counselor. I've been working for the past 8 years now. But then why am I out here live, online, doing these sessions after sessions? Because I want to reach out to as many people as I can, because the way the struggle is going bigger and bigger, 74% like 74%. Can you believe that's almost all of us? 88% with anxiety and struggling. The point is struggling with anxiety. तो हमने उस पे काम करना है. On post corona things have been really bad. A lot of people have experienced, because of course there's been financial तकलीफ हुई है, या फिर किसी किस्म की फैमिली में कुछ काफी सारे फैमिलीज में डेथ हुई हैं, कई सारे लोगों में ब्रेकअप्स हुए हैं, बहुत कुछ हुआ है ड्यूरिंग कोरोना. एंड दैट्स व्हाई you know what, it's going to be that's why of course the number of people struggling with mental concerns has gone really high, and that's a big concern itself. The number has become a big concern. And जहां पे लोगों का नंबर बढ़ा है, the number of people affected by the mental concerns has gone really big. But people who can help, people who work in this field, psychiatrists, psychologists, उनका नंबर बहुत कम है. इंडिया में it's not even one psychiatrist to a lakh Indians. Now that's a very dismal number there, right? So now today that you are here, you know, right, आप यहाँ हैं और मेरे पास जो भी मैंने आज तक सीखा है, मैं जो आपको बताने वाली हूँ, take that opportunity to learn as much as you can, so that we don't have to wait to go to someone. We can do things for ourselves, all right? And that's why this program here, so that we can reach, I can reach to as many as I can, right? Quickly, chaliye, let's get started here. And before I start with what I want to know from you, I want you to ask yourself some questions here. I want you to ask yourself, where am I? And when I say where am I, of course, I've asked you what city you've joined me from bahut pehle, so that's not what I'm asking. What I'm asking you is ki aap mentally, emotionally, what is your status right now? What would you say if I were to ask you this? What is your mental status right now? What is your emotional status right now? What's that question? What's that quick answer that comes to your mind? Write that down right now, because this is where you're starting from. And so you know where you're starting from, you start working towards where you're going. Yeah, आप सिर्फ ऐसे ही नहीं चालू हो सकते हैं कि आप you know, आपको पता भी नहीं है आप कहाँ हैं, बस चले जा रहे हैं, उस दिशा में चले जा रहे हैं. So that's not what we are looking for, right? We need to know where are we starting from. So give yourself this clear idea. Where are you? What are you struggling? What area are you struggling in? What is your emotional and mental status right now? How are you feeling? Why am I asking you to do this is, that's a part of mindfulness. One, the awareness factor. Two, whatever I'm going to talk ahead will make more sense to you in terms कि इसे मैं अपनी life में कहाँ पे use करूँ, right? That's the point. It's not like this is, ये आपको पता तो चल गया, लेकिन अब इसे use कैसे करना है? So that's the point. So when you know where you are, you know where to use what you're learning. Right? So that's why I'm asking you these questions. Answer a couple of them and understand where you are right now. Now, the other thing that I want you to answer me is this. This is what is stopping you? You know where you are, but yet you're not able to change that status. Then what is it that is stopping you? Why are you not able to change that state that you are in, that now that you don't like to be in? What is it that's stopping you? It's okay if you don't tell me. If you want to just write it for yourself, that's okay, right? It's okay. But also that if you want to share, that's totally okay. All right. Yep. For some of us, it's pure laziness. Yeah, but we can always push ourselves out of that. Understand that we can always push ourselves out of whatever is stopping us, right? Now, when I understand what is stopping me, and a lot of people tell me this, they know, and all of us do this, we know what to do. हमको पता है, बहुत कुछ सामने है दुनिया में, इतना सारा बताया हुआ है हमको, ये करना चाहिए, सुबह उठना चाहिए, ऐसे सोना चाहिए, ये खाना चाहिए, वो खाना चाहिए, पर हम करते हैं क्या इसमें से? कितना कुछ है जो हमें पता है कि ये करने से हमारा बहुत अच्छा होने वाला है, but are we doing that? No. Why? Because we are waiting for that motivation to come. कहीं से कोई motivation आए और मुझे ऐसा लगे कि बस आज तो मतलब ऐसे एकदम feel like भाग मिल्खा भाग, वैसी feeling आनी चाहिए, तभी मैं कुछ करूं, right? That's where it is, where our progress stops. You know, we constantly keep waiting for that motivation. So one thing that I want you to remember from now onwards, whenever you're working on yourself, understand that motivation should not come to you. कहीं और से, बाहर से, दूसरे से। मोटिवेशन शुड नॉट कम टू यू, इट शुड कम फ्रॉम यू। आपको अंदर से ये लाना है खुद में कि ओके भाई ये करना है हमने, ये कोई आके कहे और तब हमने करना है, तो हम जिंदगी भर वेट करते रह जाएंगे कि कोई आए, ठीक है, और वो कोई आएगा भी और बोलेगा भी और आप फॉलो भी करेंगे। वो कब तक चलेगा? 1 कदम, 2 कदम, 4 कदम, जब तक कोई कहता रहेगा करो करो, कर लिया, नहीं कहने वाला नहीं रहा तो हम करना अपना एक्शंस बंद कर लेते हैं। So motivation shouldn't come from outside. Don't wait for that. Of course, you can always take it the first step के तौर पे. So motivation is your first step. But then the rest of the 99 to finish that 100 is discipline. All right. And that is the key here. It's not motivation that you're really looking for. Motivation start करने में काम आ जाता है, लेकिन to continue and to finish what you start, you need discipline. And I am pointing that out. Okay, I am pointing that out because ये जो discipline है, absolutely consistency, that's where discipline comes in. Constantly practicing what we have learned. Even छोटी सी चीज को भी सीख लिया, okay, थोड़ी सी भी चीज सीख ली ना, उसको कॉन्स्टेंटली प्रैक्टिस करते हैं, हम उसमें पावरफुल हो जाते हैं। लेकिन वी डोंट डू दैट, दैट्स वेयर इट ऑल गेट्स, लर्न किया और भूल गए, सीख लिया और भूल गए, सीख लिया और भूल गए, और कहीं यूज नहीं हो रहा है। Now, why am I asking you about this and I'm telling you about this? Because mindfulness as a practice, mindfulness practice है, और ये हमेशा ही प्रैक्टिस ही रहेगी। मैं अभी ही बोल रही हूँ आपको, ठीक है? अब आपको लगता है कि अरे यार ये तो क्या मतलब लाइफ टाइम, yes, that's what I'm saying. It's a lifelong practice. Okay, you can learn it with me when as I said, I'll talk about my mindfulness practitioners course that I'm coming up with. So आप उसमें आप प्रैक्टिस करना कैसे करना है वो सीख तो लेंगे, लेकिन ड्रॉप नहीं करना है, उसे कॉन्स्टेंटली प्रैक्टिस करते रहना है. Once you keep on practicing, it becomes a part of you, and the awareness just keeps on growing, growing, and growing. And that's why discipline, right? Keep that in mind. Discipline, as I talk about mindfulness, it's all about discipline. All right, keeping that in mind, that it's a disciplined practice, let's understand what is mindfulness now. Okay, quickly, before I tell you and this whole explain this definition that you see on your screen, why don't you tell me if you've heard of mindfulness? That's first. And two, if you have, then what is your idea of mindfulness? अगर आपने सुना है क्या है, और अगर आपने सुना है तो फिर जरा मुझे बताइए कि आपको क्या पता है. No, you haven't. That's okay. If you haven't, then I'm right here to explain each and every aspect of it. All right. And strictly discipline. Okay. Being more clear about our beliefs. Okay. Yes. And again, there is no wrong answer here. Okay. यहाँ पे कोई ऐसे minus marking नहीं चल रही है. Being aware of the present, absolutely, yes. Staying in the moment, yes. For those who are talking about Hindi English, मैं सेम ही चीज हिंदी और इंग्लिश दोनों में सेम ही बात बोलती हूँ, तो अगर आपको इंग्लिश में नहीं समझी है तो हिंदी में है, हिंदी में नहीं तो इंग्लिश में है. Rewire your brain, okay, absolutely, yes, yes, yes. Able to emphasize with yourselves another, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So you have an idea about what mindfulness is as a practice, right? Of course, as I said, we know a lot, but the problem is we don't practice it. So I'll put that in practice for you. कि practice शुरू कैसे करना है, क्या है वो एक चीज जिससे आप शुरू कर सकते हैं. We'll understand that. Now let's come back to the definition that I have in front of you here. ये क्या जो मैंने लिखा हुआ है definition, उसको आपके लिए break down करते हैं. Now mindfulness is being consciously aware. The first thing. Now कॉन्शियसली अवेयर का मतलब क्या है? कॉन्शियसली अवेयर का मतलब है आई चूज टू टेक माई अटेंशन टूवर्ड्स और माई अवेयरनेस टूवर्ड्स दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग. हमारा जो हो गया है, जो ट्रेनिंग हो गया है, द ट्रेनिंग दैट वी पुट आवरसेल्व्स इनटू इज दैट वी आर ऑटोमेटिकली रिएक्टिंग टू थिंग्स, रिस्पॉन्डिंग टू देम जस्ट एज वी आर बिल्ट, एज इट्स बिल्ट इन अस, इंस्टेड ऑफ कॉन्शियसली with our own attention and desire taking our attention towards that aspect and say okay, I want to pay attention to this aspect of my life or this aspect of my being. हम वो नहीं कर रहे होते हैं. So that's the first step here. Mindfulness is about being consciously, when I choose to, when I use my thinking head, मेरा conscious brain, I use my conscious mind to think and become aware of what is in front of me. Now, how do you do that? Quickly अभी एक exercise करते हैं और समझते हैं कि इसे कैसे करते हैं. How do I take my conscious awareness? Just drop down your pen and whatever, if you're writing or whatever, just drop down, free your hands. Chali, quickly, free your hands, free your hands. Forget everything, कोई लिखना नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है, ठीक है? And now All I want you to do is take your attention towards your breath. That's it. All I want you to do is take your attention towards your breath. Notice your breath. Notice the rhythm of your breath. Notice the incoming, the outgoing breath. Just notice. Rhythm kya hai? Noticing, feeling the breath in, feeling the breath out. Wherever you feel it in your chest, feel it in your belly. Wherever you feel it, just observing the breath. Maybe for 3 and 4 breaths today, or 3 breaths ke liye. Attention towards the breath. All right. Now, this is exactly conscious awareness. You take your attention wherever you want to. Breathing to chal hi raha tha na. Even before I told you to take your attention towards your breath, you were still breathing. But are you aware of it? Were you aware of that? That awareness में था, वो आपके ध्यान में था? नहीं था, right? Now, तो क्यों ही हमको इसको अवेयरनेस में लाना कि अब क्यों जरूरी है? हो रहा था ना एक काम मेरे अवेयरनेस के बिना भी, तो फिर मैं क्यों अवेयर हो जाऊं? Now write down in the chat box, let me know in a yes if you did this. Is the moment I asked you to take your attention towards your breath, you started to breathe slower and deeper. Write out to tell me in the chat box. जैसे ही मैंने आपसे कहा कि अपना ध्यान अपनी सांसों की तरफ ले जाएं, आप deeper breathe करने लगे, right? You started to breathe in deeper. You started to take slower breaths. Slow हो कर दिया आपने अपनी, right? Right? Breath को slow कर दिया. Why? मैंने नहीं कहा था. मैंने तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं कहा था. I did not ask you to take your attention and then slow down your breath. I asked you to just take your attention towards your breath. Then why did you start breathing slower and deeper? क्यों? Why slower and deeper breaths? Why not just the regular breath? Whatever you were breathing, shallow breathe कर रहे थे, तो उसको बंद क्यों कर दिया? Deeper क्यों breathe in करने लगे? Well, that's because when we take our conscious attention, सोचा समझा ध्यान, जब हम किसी एस्पेक्ट की तरफ लेके जाते हैं, we try to do what is best for us. जब हम बिना सोचे समझे काम करते हैं, तो हमें नहीं पता होता है कि इसका is it good for me, is it not, क्योंकि हमने उतना ध्यान ही नहीं लगाया है. I always know this, that when I breathe in deeper, when I breathe in slowly, it is good for me, मेरे lungs के लिए, मेरे blood के लिए, मेरे brain के लिए, it's great for me. But I don't do it until I take my attention towards it, because when I take my conscious awareness, जब मैं अपना ध्यान वहां लगाती हूँ, तो मैं समझती हूँ कि मैं वो चीज कर रही हूँ जो मेरे लिए सबसे सही है, what is best suited for me. And thus that whole practice of mindfulness is about taking your conscious awareness towards what is best suited. That's when we understand. इसको हम आगे भी समझेंगे कि हम ये कर क्यों नहीं पाते हैं बार-बार. Right? So that's the first part of it, understanding. See, so that's clear, that conscious awareness की जो मैं बात कर रही हूँ, that's clear that, you know, when you take your attention and then you understand that this is what is best for me in the present moment. In the present moment, क्यों? Why in this present moment? Because it is in this very present moment, okay, your body, your mind, your each and every cell, each and every muscle is growing, is healing, because in this present moment only you're alive. हम क्या, are we alive? Are we alive in our past? Or are we alive in our future? हम कहीं पे और जिंदा नहीं हैं. We are only and only alive in our present moment, and only when we are alive, जब हम जिंदा हैं तभी तो हम grow कर सकते हैं ना. जब हम alive हैं तभी तो हम heal कर सकते हैं ना. How will I heal if I am not alive, right? Does a dead body heal itself? क्या एक dead body खुद को heal कर सकती है? No. क्या एक dead body grow कर सकती है? No. For that, we need to be in that present moment. When we are in that present moment, we are alive, and only when we are alive are we able to heal ourselves, are we able to grow. Understand this, that healing जो होती है, again, अगर आप medicine भी ले रहे हैं ना किसी चीज की, वो medicine सिर्फ aid कर रही है, मदद कर रही है healing में. Actual healing नहीं कर रही है, actual healing body खुद ही करती है. ठीक है, हमको सिर्फ इतना करना है कि उसके बीच में नहीं आना है. हमको सिर्फ इतना करना है कि जरा हट जाओ, खुद को हील होने दो. डोंट गो बैक इनटू दैट पास्ट, बार बार उस पास्ट में जाके उसे कुरेदते मत रहो. डोंट कीप हर्टिंग योरसेल्फ एंड इंक्रीजिंग दैट वुंड. So all you can do is bring yourself in this present moment, live in this present moment, so you support yourself, you support your brain, you support your body to heal itself, right? And that's why in the present moment, with curiosity. What does it says next? With curiosity. Curiosity क्यों? हम कॉन्स्टेंटली खुद को सवाल कर रहे होते हैं, बार बार हम खुद को ऐसे सवाल कर रहे होते हैं जो हमें बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं आ रहे होते. हम बार बार कह रहे होते हैं, हम खुद को जज कर रहे होते हैं, हम खुद पे डाउट कर रहे होते हैं. वी कॉन्स्टेंटली criticizing and doubting ourselves because we keep on asking ourselves the wrong kind of questions. क्यूरियोसिटी में भी हम सवाल ही पूछ रहे हैं, लेकिन क्यूरियोसिटी का एक सबसे अच्छा एग्जाम्पल देती हूँ आपको. आर चिल्ड्रन. यू हर्ड लिटिल चिल्ड्रन. छोटे बच्चे क्या करते हैं? छोटे बच्चे आपसे कहेंगे कि ये क्या है, ये क्या है. they'll see things and ये क्या है, ये कैसे चलता है, ये क्या करता है. all that why, all that they are asking is constantly ये क्या है, ये क्या है, ये क्या है. That's curiosity. But instead of that हम क्या करते हैं, ये this does not work, this is right or wrong, हम वो doubt create कर रहे होते हैं. So then we are moving from that doubtful questioning towards curiosity and understanding कि ये क्या है. Whatever that I'm thinking, ये क्या है. Whatever that I'm feeling, ये क्या है. Whatever my body, if I'm going through anxiety and I feel that sensation, ये क्या है. Instead of ये क्यों है और ये मेरे साथ ही क्यों होता है और मेरे how will I get out of this, first understand कि ये क्या है. So you keep that curiosity awake for yourself and then you look at it with a gentle lens. क्योंकि हम हमारे सबसे बड़े critic है. We are such huge critics of ourselves that we look at ourselves very harshly. हम कोई छोटी सी भी गलती करते हैं तो हम खुद को इतना बोलेंगे, ऐसे कैसे कर दिया तुमने, ऐसे कैसे बोल दिया तुमने, how could you be such an idiot, how can you be such a all that, right? That's what we take away when we start practicing mindfulness. We say, all right, I'm just going to accept whatever it is. So I keep my lens gentle here, accepting whatever is in me as mine. And all of this without judgment. Because that तो वैसे ही सभी कर रहे हैं, पूरी दुनिया हम एक दूसरे को जज कर ही रहे होते हैं, which is a good thing. We are given this ability. हमारी ये ability है जज करना, तो एक सही ability दी गई थी हमको कि हमको ताकि पता चले कि हमारे लिए क्या सही है, हमारे लिए क्या गलत है. लेकिन अब हमने क्या कर लिया, हम हर चीज में हमने जजमेंट डाल दिया है डिपेंडिंग ऑन व्हाट आई लाइक and what I don't like. It has nothing to do with if it's right or wrong. It's all got to do if I like it or if I don't like it. Things like जो हम practices करते हैं और वो difficult हो जाती हैं, कोई भी अगर आप जिम जाते हैं और आप वेट लिफ्ट कर रहे हैं और ये difficult हो रहा है, लाइक यार ये पसंद ही नहीं है मेरे को, फटाक से जजमेंट दे देते हैं कि ये पसंद ही नहीं है, right? Without even understanding how good that is for us. So that's why mindfulness always talks about an attitude of non-judgment. आगे अगर आप मेरे साथ जुड़ते हैं तो मैं आपको और भी कुछ एटीट्यूड्स हैं जिसके हम प्रैक्टिस करते हैं. एटीट्यूड ऑफ ट्रस्ट, एटीट्यूड ऑफ लविंग काइंडनेस, एटीट्यूड ऑफ कंपैशन एंड एटीट्यूड ऑफ ह्यूमर. कैसे इवन इन द सैडेस्ट ऑफ लाइफ हाउ कैन यू ऐड ह्यूमर एंड continue living a happier life. Yeah, so those are other attitudes, but here right now we're talking about the attitude of non-judgment. Now how do you practice that attitude? Right now when you took your attention towards your breath, आपने अभी जब मैंने आपसे कहा कि अपनी सांसों की तरफ अपना ध्यान ले जाइए और आपने शैलो ब्रीदिंग से आप स्लो ब्रीदिंग की तरफ बढ़े, तो तब आपने क्या आपके उस ब्रीथ के लिए जो आप शैलो ब्रीथ कर रहे थे उसके लिए ऐसे कहा कि यार ये बकवास ब्रेथ था, वो आई एम ब्रीदिंग शैलो, वो एकदम फालतू ब्रेथ होता है, ये छोटा ब्रेथ जो हम लेते हैं यूजलेस है, किसी काम का नहीं, आई डोंट लाइक इट. We don't say that for our breaths, right? हम अपनी breath के लिए कभी नहीं कह रहे हैं ये कि भाई ये पसंद है, नहीं पसंद है, longer, deeper breath, हाँ यही सही है, ये best चीज है, यही होना चाहिए. That's the attitude. We don't do all of this for our breath because we know that is our pran. That's what's keeping us alive, right? So we don't judge our breath, and that's why breath work is a very important part of mindfulness, that you learn to be with your breath, and the attitude that you have towards your breath, you take that towards everything else that's happening around you, right? So am I clear with this definition of mindfulness? Mindfulness is about being consciously aware, where you take a choice, you make a choice instead of just letting things happen. You make a choice. आप decide करते हैं कि भाई हमें हमारा ध्यान इस तरफ ले जाना है, right? So you make conscious choices. You consciously are aware, and again in this present moment. Why? Because in this present moment only are we alive. So in that alive is what is alive grows. What is alive heals. Right? The past is not going to heal. The future is not going to heal. Rather, if you are constantly wounded, you will reach wounded in your future also, and that future will also be marred by the same वही सारा सब कुछ जो हम ले जा रहे हैं वही का वही हम अपने फ्यूचर में भी ले जाएंगे. Right? Okay, so that's what is understanding about the present moment, importance of that present moment, because this present moment helps us to learn, help us to live, grow, heal. How? With a curiosity of knowing what is happening before getting in like, I don't like it, so why is it happening? Before the why, going back to the what. Let's understand what's happening. Keeping a gentle lens, because all right, the world is criticizing and we are criticizing. Let's not do that for this practice without that judgment. Keeping an attitude of non-judgment. Right? Now, let's understand one very crucial part of our being that we haven't been practicing much, and mindfulness will ask us to do that. Okay, now mindfulness is putting the conscious mind. Okay, you've heard a lot about the subconscious mind. I'm sure like everybody's by now has heard the power of the subconscious mind. ये किताब का नाम तो मतलब मुझे लगता है सभी ने पढ़ी हो ना पढ़ी हो, पर नाम तो सुना ही है. Everything else also, a lot of people talk about some subconscious. Mindfulness talks about conscious mind. Why? Because conscious mind से होकर चीजें सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में जाती है. तो अगर कॉन्शियस माइंड को ही ट्रेन नहीं किया तो सबकॉन्शियस माइंड भी वैसा ही होगा जैसा हमारा कॉन्शियस माइंड है. So if you want a stronger subconscious mind, you need to train the conscious mind. All right? We are using हमारा conscious mind कितना यूज करते हैं दिन में? 5 से 7%. That's it. 5 to 7% of conscious mind, but the rest is all on subconscious mind. Yeah, that's what we are using. But the point is that everything reaches our subconscious mind through our conscious mind. So the training needs to happen at this part, at the prefrontal part, at the conscious level. Okay, and we're going to understand the power right now. मैं अभी एक हम activity करने वाले हैं. I'll just stop sharing. I want to do this practice here, and I want you to see the power of your conscious mind. चलिए जल्दी से खड़े हो जाएं और अपनी जो भी टेबल कुर्सी जिसके सामने जिधर भी आप बैठे उससे थोड़ा सा पीछे की तरफ जरा खड़े हो जाएं. चलिए क्विकली लेट्स वर्क ऑन आवर कॉन्शियस माइंड. हम अभी ही कॉन्शियस माइंड को का पावर समझेंगे और उसे यूज करना शुरू करेंगे. इंस्टेड ऑफ putting it all on our subconscious mind, let's learn how to work with our conscious mind and what is the power of our conscious mind. Also, if you can keep your cameras on, I would love to see your results right here कि क्या हो रहा है, कैसे चल रहा है. ठीक है, चलिए. Thank you for switching on your cameras. Thank you very much. Thank you for doing that. Thank you very much. चलिए. Now, what are we going to do? बस इतना देख लीजिए कि आपका हाथ मूव हो सके उतनी जगह है आपके पास. There's enough space that you can move around so you don't end up hitting something. आपको लगे नहीं, आप किसी से टकराए नहीं, उतनी जगह हो आपके पास, बस उतनी जगह है. ठीक है. Now what I want you to do is stand very firmly on your feet. अपने दोनों पैरों पे बिल्कुल firmly खड़े हो जाएंगे और उन्हें बिल्कुल अब मूव नहीं करना है. ठीक है. हमें हमारे पैर बिल्कुल मूव नहीं करने हैं. Now, take a deep breath in, inhale and expand your hands by the side of your shoulders. Stretch out your hands by the side of your shoulders, forming a T of the body. Now, without moving your feet, turn towards your right side. Turn as much as you can towards your right side. Turn towards your right side and observe कि आप कितना डिग्री गए. Just turn, पूरा हाथ ले जाइए, निशिता हाथ ले जाइए पीछे की तरफ, ना ही सिर्फ गर्दन, हाथ ले जाइए. बिल्कुल. ऑब्जर्व किया नंबर क्या है, 180 के बाद क्या आ रहा है, 240, whatever comes. चलिए, come back to the present time. आप सामने आएंगे वापस, हाथ नीचे, lower down your hands, I hope you observe the number that you were on. हमने 180 पे start किया था, तो हम 200 तक पहुंचे हैं, 230 पहुंचे हैं, 240 पहुंचे हैं, whatever is that, right? You observe that. Now I want you to do this again, but this time only and only in your mind. ठीक है? Body नहीं move करेगी, हाथ नीचे रखेंगे, close your eyes. आंखें बंद करेंगे. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in. Inhale करेंगे. और सिर्फ सोचेंगे कि हमने हाथ लिफ्ट किए हैं अपनी साइड में. Do not lift your hands, only think that you've lifted your hands by the side of your shoulders. And now start turning towards your right side again. Do not lift your hands only, do not lift your hands only in your mind. Think about turning towards your right side. Now you're turning, don't turn, just think, just think. आप सोच रहे हैं कि आप turn हो रहे हैं, आप turn हो रहे हैं, आप turn हो रहे हैं. And now you've turned to 240 degrees. You've turned to 270 degree, you've turned to 300 degree, you're very flexible and you've turned to 300 degrees and you're super flexible, you are always coming to 360 degrees. Kya flexibility hai yaar? All right, coming back to this moment here. ठीक है, बहुत flexibility experience कर ली mentally. आंखें खोलेंगे, open up your eyes. Now that's where the conscious mind ka power comes in play. Chaliye, we'll do this one more time, again doing this physically. Feet grounded, feet grounded. Inhale and expand your hands by the side of your arms, side of your shoulders. Exhale and start turning towards your right and go. Check, go turn, turn, turn towards your right. And now check, where did you reach? कहाँ तक पहुँचे आप? जाके देख के आइए, जाके देख के आइए कहाँ तक पहुँच रहे हैं. That was amazing. And come back. Come back, come back, come back. All right. Quickly in the chat box, let me know what was your first and then what was your second. First time में कितना था? 220 था, 2 whatever, और third में क्या था? Let me know the first and your third when you did this. I can see the smiles on your face, and I saw you, Ruchin, and that was amazing. I saw you, Nishita, that was amazing. Mind-blowing twist tha wahan pe. It was amazing, Manish. All of you doing so good there. That was great. Yes, all the 360 ho gaya na, Nishita, I know. That was so good. That was so good. You did very well. First of all, give yourself a good pat on the back. You did very well for yourself. Absolutely mind-blowing. Yes, yes, Jamaluddin ji, it was amazing. I saw you. You were doing great. You did very well. चलिए, now what happened here? What happened here? First time क्यों हम यहीं पे थे और फिर next time ऐसा पूरा कैसे घूम गए? क्या अचानक से योगा क्लास ले लिया क्या? मेरी क्लास में आए थे क्या आप? अब तो आए नहीं क्लास में, फिर ये इतने flexible कैसे हो गए अचानक से? Flexible आप नहीं हुए, flexible आपका mind हो गया. Okay? The problem with our subconscious mind is that our subconscious mind creates limits. वो सोच के लगता है, आपने जब पहली बार ट्राई किया था तो आपने अपना सबकॉन्शियस माइंड यूज किया था, एंड दैट सबकॉन्शियस माइंड टोल्ड यू बस इतना ही, रहने दे, कमर में ऐसे लचक आ जाएगी, यू विल हर्ट योर बैक एंड ऑल ऑफ दोस थॉट्स, राइट? Quickly वो thoughts आ जाते हैं. That's subconscious mind. But the moment you brought your conscious mind into play, जब हमने आंखें बंद की और सिर्फ सोचा कि हम ये कर रहे हैं, तो हमने कोई लिमिट ही नहीं रखा. हम तो पूरा का पूरा ही ट्विस्ट हो गए, बिल्कुल स्क्रूड अप, वो एकदम स्क्रू के जैसे पूरे ही ट्विस्ट हो गए, राइट? तो हमने ब्रेक कर दिया वो लिमिट जो हमारे सबकॉन्शियस में हमने डाला था, और अब हमने समझा कि हमारा सबकॉन्शियस हमें बता रहा है वी आर लिमिटलेस. The problem is कि हम ये कॉन्शियस माइंड को यूज कर ही नहीं रहे, ये बेचारा ऐसे ही लाला लैंड में घूमे जा रहा है. That's what is mindfulness. Mindfulness is about working on the conscious mind. It's not about working on the subconscious mind, because we know that subconscious mind में तो उतरेगा ही वो, लेकिन subconscious mind में क्या उतरेगा, I decide that. You get that? From right now today, what goes into your subconscious mind, you decide by making a conscious choice on everything that you do, everything that you realize is good for you, or you should be doing, or you should not be doing. जो भी है आप खुद decide करेंगे. You get that? That's what is how a champion comes out, because champion दिमाग में पहले से ही ये नहीं सोचता है कि मैं जीत जाऊंगा जब मैं ऐसे कर लूंगा तो, you know, that subconscious mind का काम है. You get my point here now? Am I clear here with the power of conscious mind? Give me a thumbs up or a yes if I'm clear with the power of our conscious mind. Yeah? Yep. Great. Cool. Absolutely, yes. Practice, repetition. बिल्कुल चाहिए. एक बार में कर दिया, अभी समझा ही है. Very good. Very good. चलिए. Cool. Great. Then let's move ahead. Let's understand more about our conscious mind. So we are focusing here on our conscious mind, making our own choices, not letting our subconscious mind move us. But that's what's happening with us, and that's why we are not getting the kind of results we expect from ourselves. We know that, मुझ में बहुत कुछ है, but I am somehow not able to get it. Why? Because that subconscious mind has been trained into believing that I can't, because I, of course, without knowing this, unconsciously, I've been training the subconscious mind to believe this. So mindfulness is about training the subconscious mind and taking in exactly what I want to do so that I get that subconscious mind to work according to my will. Now, how does mindfulness works here? Mindfulness ka jo first step hai, and that's the muscle here for mindfulness, is awareness. Our biggest problem is the fact that we are living an unaware life. Right now, you tell me, didn't this come into your awareness that, sorry, that you're so flexible? This was the first time it came into your awareness. Otherwise, you blocked that awareness for yourself. So that's where the whole awareness is. Even if it's a negative aspect, हमको बाहर का जो outcome है, जो behavior है, वो तो दिखाई देता है. But what is driving that behavior? We are unaware about that behavior. So mindfulness will work on that behavior. But the first aspect here is becoming aware. Now, that's our prerequisite when we are handling people, situation, things, whatever is coming in our life. Awareness about what's happening in us, with us, and then around us. Now, how do we do that? Actually, इसको अच्छे से समझते हैं. In us में क्या है? This is what is creating us. This is what is creating our reality outside. जो आज हमारे सामने है, उसका सारा जो सार है, that comes out through this, which is that is in us. We start with our own belief systems. Now, our belief system is again that whole subconscious mind that was trained unconsciously. Tell me this: how many of you just grew up? Like, it's very very normal in Indian households कि आप चलते चलते ठोकर लग गई तो कोई कहेगा अरे दिखता नहीं क्या, अंधा है क्या? Instead of saying अरे ठोकर लग गई, instead of just saying that simple thing, we'll end up saying अंधा है क्या. कोई चीज किसी को आप बुला लो और वो एक बार नहीं सुनते तो आप कहते हैं, आप थोड़ा और जोर से बोलेंगे या फिर जाके कहते हैं अरे मैं बुला रहा हूँ. नहीं, आप क्या कहेंगे? सुनाई नहीं देता क्या? बहरा है क्या? Do we do that or not? Tell me. हाँ, चाय मांगते हैं कई बार तो मेरे डैड भी ऐसा करते हैं, चाय मांगे तो घर में दूध है क्या टाइप्स. these little things, these create our belief. Now I'll tell you why. The moment something will go wrong in your life, what's happening here? Oh my god, मेरे पीछे बहुत जोरों से गड़गड़ाहट हो रही है. Again, I will make this this kind of an announcement thing that in case there's a power cut here, we will switch on our backup, and that will take me a 5 to 10 minutes. So stay with me. We'll come back with our backup. All right. Chaliye. So moving ahead, our belief systems, how are they made? ऐसे ही तो बनते हैं कि हमने छोटी सी भी गलती की, without even our any kind of consciousness from conscious efforts from our people around us. They'll tell us things and then we start believing them. तो अगर हम बार बार कोई चीज गिरा रहे थे, नहीं बचपन में हम चीजों को सही से नहीं रख रहे थे, तो हमको कह दिया ये तो केयरलेस है, ये तो केयरलेस है, या ये तो and they'll keep telling you things like बेवकूफ हो क्या, गधे हो क्या, all of that, बड़े कैजुअली बोला जाता है. ठीक है. अब अगर हम बड़े जब हो जाते हैं और लाइफ में ऐसा कुछ हो जाता है, something happens that you were not aware of, and something goes wrong. Maybe you get cheated by some company जिसने बोला पैसे डालो और फिर वो पैसा लेके भाग गई वो कंपनी. The first thought आपका क्या होगा? कितना बड़ा बेवकूफ था मैं. Right? This, why? Because this is the first thing they taught us जब हम छोटे थे, जब हम ऐसी छोटी गलतियां कर रहे थे. तो अब ये समझने की बजाय that I did not do enough of research, I go straight into believing that I was the idiot here, or I was the stupid person here, because this is what I have been trained on. So right now, I want you to think about something. The moment I say I can't, आपके दिमाग में क्या आता है? What comes to your mind? I can't. Just the first thing that I say, I can't. Yes, it happens with all of us. The moment I say I can't, these are your belief statements, okay? These are your belief statements that are coming in you. So these are just beliefs, these are not facts, okay? You can't drive right now. That's the point. If you learn it, you will be able to. UPSC, अगर आप पढ़ रही हैं तो हो जाएगा. ठीक है. Now whenever any time that you, now how do you understand your belief system? आपका belief system आपको यहीं सुनाई देगा इन statements में. Moment something happens, I can't do it, I can't tolerate it, I can't bear this. These are our beliefs, these are not the facts. So again, becoming aware of these beliefs, that's the first step towards mindfulness. Becoming aware, I can't, iska opposite we have, the resource is always within us. So now that I'm aware about it, I look, okay, fine, so this is a struggle for me right now, I can't do this, how can I make it happen, what is it within me? That's where the whole mindfulness aspect is. Otherwise हम कहाँ अटक जाते हैं, हम यहीं पे अटक जाते हैं, यार ये मुझसे नहीं होगा, now this is too much for me to do, or these people are too much for me to bear, मैं इस इंसान से बात ही नहीं कर सकता, ये इंसान ही ऐसा है. All of that that you see is your beliefs or your perception. So that's what runs us, and that's what we need to become mindful of. Our beliefs are created by our thoughts. Beliefs होते हैं क्या हैं? Beliefs are thoughts that you think are true. इसीलिए आपके belief और मेरे belief में फर्क होगा. The things that you believe to be true, I may not think that, and the things that I believe to be true, you may not think that. Why? Because each one of us have our own thoughts. हम हमारे विचारों को समझते हैं कि यही सही है, and they become our belief, and that's how we work on. हम कुछ भी आगे लाइफ में करते हैं, हम उनके बेस पे करते हैं, क्योंकि अब वो हमारे सबकॉन्शियस का हिस्सा बन गए. So when you practice mindfulness, you start observing and become aware of this belief, and then you start working on that belief कि इसे बदलना है. This belief is stopping me from doing whatever I am trying to achieve. Okay, that is another aspect we learn. Intentions, वो तो हमें क्लियर ही नहीं होते हैं. हमारे intentions, हमको हमारे पास reasons है. All of us have reasons to do things, but do we have intentions to do things? Reasons are what will take you to your goal. Intentions are what will keep you going. All right. So do we have intentions? Interpretation. Everything that you see is your interpretation. NLP में सिखाती हूँ मैं उनको यही बताती हूँ. Your mind, आज के सुबह की क्लास में यही बात हुई थी. Your mind is your territory. यानी कि आपने जो सोचा, the map is not a territory. इसका मतलब जो आपने सोचा है ना, वही सब सही नहीं है. हमने हमारे अंदर एक मैप बना रखा है, हमको लगता है कि ये देश ऐसा है, ठीक है, जो भी है हमने ये सोच रखा है. So that's how our interpretations come up. Our emotions play a big role in our interpretations of things that are happening around us. Sensations, becoming mindful, the bodily sensations, that what we work on to start with. First step of mindfulness is to work on those bodily sensations, because your body will instantly tell you if something is going on within you. आपके विचारों में क्या चल रहा है, आपके शरीर में उसके हिसाब से सेंसेशंस होंगे, आपको पता चल जाएगा. आप कैसे इमोशंस फील कर रहे हैं. इफ यू फीलिंग एंजाइटी, some people may feel it in the stomach, पेट में दर्द शुरू हो जाता है, कुछ लोगों को heavy in the heart feeling आती है, some people think they're choking in the throat. That's your bodily sensations telling you that you're feeling anxiety. पर we are like, पेट दर्द कर रहा है यार, पेट दर्द कर रहा है, पेट दर्द नहीं कर रहा है, anxiety है, let's work on that. But that's where the whole mindfulness aspect is missing. So that's how you become mindful of, at level 1, your mindfulness is what's happening in us. Belief, thoughts, intentions, interpretations, emotions, and sensations. Once we understand these, we tap into the resources. हमारे में strengths हैं, that's why where we are. अगर हम में strengths नहीं होते, if we did not have the strengths, whatever strengths we have, if we did not have them, we wouldn't have reached where we are. हम कितनी बार कहते हैं दिन में, I just can't take it anymore, but you're still here, right? You say it, बस हो गया, this is it, this is the limit, but you're still doing it. That means there's something in you that's keeping you on, keeping you running. You need to tap into that, what's keeping you running. Tap into your strengths instead of us. We just keep on going on with those weaknesses. So that's at level 1, understanding what's happening in us. At level 2, mindfulness is about understanding what is happening with us. And हमारा सबसे बड़ा फोकस यहीं पे होता है. हमारा सबसे बड़ा फोकस ये है कि व्हाट्स हैपनिंग विद अस, लेकिन उसमें भी हम क्या देख रहे हैं कि ये सामने वाला इंसान क्या कर रहा है. क्योंकि हम ये सोचते हैं कि कोई हमसे इस तरह से बात कर रहा है, इसलिए आई एम फीलिंग लाइक दिस. कोई हमसे इस तरह का हरकत कर दी, सो आई एम फीलिंग लाइक दिस. सो इट इज अबाउट द अदर्स. सो बट देन यस, बिकमिंग अवेयर अबाउट दीज अदर्स, व्हाटएवर इट इज, whatever the events that happen with us, the incidents that happen, the interactions, the conversations, our relationships. You're always looking at, agar aap patterns dekhenge. So the patterns will tell you that something about in us, but we look at the other person. हर बार यार ये इसके साथ मेरा पंगा होता है. I don't like talking to this person because when I start talking to this person starts talking rubbish or whatever, और मेरा इससे झगड़ा हो जाता है. पर हम कभी ये नहीं सोचते हैं ये इंसान फालतू है. What is it that's telling me मैं इससे क्यों झगड़ रहा हूँ, वो हम कभी नहीं सोचते हैं. We never go in there. So that's where mindfulness at level 2. Okay, it's rumbling big time here. My fingers are crossed. Light का issue नहीं होना चाहिए. Right. So mindfulness at level 2 is whatever is happening with us, how judgmental are we towards it? So we take a pause here. जरा सोचेंगे किसी चीज के को रिएक्ट करने से पहले take a pause and think through it. Is this something that is, if it's triggering me, if this trigger is out external है या internal है? We will spoil our internal environment because external environment aisa hai, lekin we can always work on our internal environment. So understanding at level 2 is what's happening with us, the events that are happening, the incidents that are happening, the interactions, conversations. जब ये चीजें हो रही हैं, हम देखते हैं यार बार बार ये हो रहा है, तो हम ये नहीं सोचते हैं तब कि यार what is the judgment I am giving to us? So that's where we take our attention towards when we are understanding mindfulness, what's mindfulness with us. All right, at level 3, mindfulness around us. ये एक चीज है, इसमें हम बिल्कुल ही कॉन्शियस नहीं है. हम हमारे लिए इन अस में तो कुछ हद तक है कॉन्शियस, और विद अस में हम बहुत ज्यादा कॉन्शियस होते हैं, लेकिन अराउंड अस को तो बिल्कुल ही नहीं है. We are reacting, we are interpreting, we are doing things which may just have nothing to do, and yet we do them. उसको करना भी नहीं होगा हमको, लेकिन करते हैं because we are so subconsciously or unconsciously involved in it. That's what is happening. So that's the another thing. ये हमारा ego depletion है, ये हमारा energy depletion है. Today, learn what is oh my God, what is become aware about the situations and incidents that are not directly affecting us. They are indirectly. All this trolling that happens on social media. ये क्या है? ये ट्रोलिंग जो होती है ये क्या है? किसी फला एक्टर ने फला फिल्म कर दी, आपका क्या ही गया इसमें ना. अगर आप फिल्म देखने भी गए थे, बस वो जो पैसे लगे टिकट के, और फिर भले ही फिल्म बकवास लगी आपको तो आप राय दे दें, लेकिन उसको पूरा जज कर दिया, फाड़ देंगे एकदम, ऐसा पता नहीं क्या क्या बोल देंगे. क्यों? इसलिए नहीं क्योंकि वो एक्टर हमको बुरा लगा या जो भी. इनफैक्ट इट शोज समथिंग अबाउट आवर सेल्फ बिलीफ कि हम कुछ मान के चल रहे थे और उसने उस बिलीफ को हर्ट किया होता है समवेयर, राइट? सो अंडरस्टैंडिंग this kind of reaction, if you're doing this, let's become aware of this. अगर आप सोशल मीडिया पे न्यूज को देखकर, if it is changing your internal environment, अगर आपको गुस्सा दिला रहा है, बुरा फील करवा रहा है, look down back within yourself. That's the time to do self-reflection. Self-reflection is one of the biggest tool of mindfulness. हर बार पे करना है. मैं अभी आपको एक टिप दे देती हूँ, even if you don't join me for my mindfulness course, ये टिप आपको अभी दे देती हूँ. हर रोज सुबह अगर टाइम निकाल सकते हैं तो 2 मिनट, नहीं तो रात को सोने से पहले, but a self-reflection. What did you do in the whole day today? And understanding where did you put your energies into, what beliefs ran those actions that you did. A self-reflection का practice build करना है, right? So that's mindfulness. But what happens is we are not practicing mindfulness, and thus we fall into what's called the victim mindset. Now this is us being completely mindless about things that are happening and just letting and believing that things happen to me, right? ये कुछ भी जो हुआ ये मुझे, this is happening to me, instead of me being an active participant. When we don't On mute. Oh my God. Did I predict this? Okay, this is my first kind of an experience. Okay, I've never had this kind of an experience before, but yeah, it taught me something to be ready and also be highly grateful of all you people here. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for staying here. I am so glad to see all of you here. I was really worried if this won't happen, to kya karenge. Thank you so much for staying here with me. Chali, we'll continue from where we were. Where did this go now? That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. 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 चलिए ये थोड़ा सा फ्लो जरूर टूट जाता है लेकिन I've been in this job as a trainer for long enough to know that how to bring myself back here and all of us. So what we were talking about, yes, the victim mindset. Now what happens with us is over the time, we keep on facing life is never one way. Right now we saw that, right? Things don't happen the way we plan them. Things happen the way, this whole everybody has plans and they're always mixing up with other people's plans. Things are constantly happening, and then so many times we don't get the kind of results that we are looking forward to. When that happens, it starts setting into us. These are the subconscious patterns that we really need to tap into and break. Because what we constantly start believing is that the failures that are coming, they only come in my life. The hardships that are coming are only coming in my life. I am right now we are 140 people here, and each one of us will believe this, that what I have faced, किसी और के साथ इतना बुरा कभी नहीं हुआ होगा. We all believe that. That is because, of course, we can only see our own struggles. But what it does is it creates a mentality for us over the time. एक mindset ban jata hai. Now, when this kind of a mindset is a very unhealthy coping mechanism, because when I start believing that things happen to me, when I start believing that whatever I do, nothing is going to happen good for me, what I'm doing is I'm not taking any responsibility towards working and making things work out for me. What I'm doing here is I am giving up the powers. I just want you to go through this list. I'm going to talk you through it and think if you ever thought this when something went wrong, something that did not went the way you had planned it to. आपने अगर ऐसा कुछ plan किया लेकिन ऐसा नहीं हुआ, जैसे only bad things happen. Like साला कभी कुछ सही होता ही नहीं है, मैं कुछ भी कर लूं गलत ही होता है, मैं कितनी भी plans बना लूं मेरे plans हमेशा खराब हो जाते हैं, पापा नहीं मानेंगे या ये ना बोल देगा. That thought, and I'm just ready for something to for my plans to go wrong. I am always ready कि अगर कुछ बुरा हो जाता है, then I'm like, yeah, I thought this is what will happen because I was ready for it to go bad. Yeah. So this is how my mindset, check for your mindset. If this is coming here, whatever I try to do, it will not work. It will fail. मैं कुछ भी कर लूं. And so I stop working towards this mindset. This is what this mindset does. It makes us stop working towards what we could have done better. But we're like, I've just accepted कि ये तो नहीं ही ठीक होने वाला है. We have no point trying because I have no control over what's happening. Right now, we just saw a very big example. There was electricity failure and we were trying multiple things. Nothing was getting connected. We have all our jitna bhi data we are trying to use, nothing was it. But at no point we were like, ye nahi hoga. Whatever we were trying to connect. But when I have learned that only bad things happen to me, I say, okay, ab light gayi to ab main kya karu? Other people and circumstances are to be blamed. I could have done that right now in front of you. I could have done that, right? Yeah, light gayi, ab kya ho sakta hai? Khatam ho gaya baat, chalo, we'll do this some other time. No, that's what our circumstances and that mentality that we develop, our mindset tells us that other people or the circumstances. And how do we learn this? Ye to main aapko bata deti hu, and this I never forget to say because I really don't want more children growing up with this kind of a mindset. Parents, if you're a young parent right now where you have this newborn baby, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, a year or two, here's what we do as parents. What parents do is बच्चा चलना सीखता है, राइट, दे मेक देयर फर्स्ट एफर्ट, पहले कदम उठाए, एंड द चाइल्ड फॉल्स. Moment the child falls, the parent in their, in their attempt to soothe the child, to quieten up the child, वो कहेंगे अरे इसने लगाया, and they'll start hitting the floor. Yeah, हट, गंदा गंदा है, ये गंदा है, right? Then this child grows up a little more. और जैसे साइकिल चलाना सीखते हैं बच्चे, साइकिल चलाना सीख रहे हैं, सामने दीवार है, जा दीवार में भिड़ा दी साइकिल, ठीक है. अब पेरेंट्स वापस आएंगे कि अरे ये दीवार ने लगाया, ये साइकिल गंदी है. At all these time, what are you teaching your child? Without even, with all goodness, of course, आप बिल्कुल नहीं सोच रहे हैं कि आप अपने बच्चे को ये सिखा रहे हैं, but without even that, you're teaching your child to blame something else for whatever is hurting him or her. अगर वो गिर गया है तो ये फ्लोर की गलती है, अगर वो गिर गया है या टक्कर हो गई है तो ये दीवार की गलती है, मेरी गलती नहीं है. That's what we are teaching. We are being taught over the time. तो आज अगर हम ऐसा सोच रहे हैं, if I am thinking something like that, it has a lot to do with the fact that I've grown up thinking these kind of thoughts. So that makes it easy for me to give up. Give up करना आसान इसलिए हो जाता है because हम for every little thing that I've been struggling, I was taught it's not your fault. If that's what's happening here, understand that it's a learned behavior. Okay, learned behavior का मतलब क्या है? आपने ये सीखा है, you've learned it, it's not inherited, ये आपके, it's not genetic, it's not a part of you. Which means if it's a learned behavior, then it can be unlearned too. And that's what is mindfulness about. When we start working with a more mindful attitude and towards our increase our awareness, what happens is we stop making our circumstances our reasons for our failure, but we start tapping within ourselves. What can I work? What are my strengths that I can work on? Okay, I'm not saying, again, there's a difference. I'm not saying blame yourself. I'm saying take responsibility. When I take responsibility, I tap into my strengths, because otherwise, when I'm in that victim mindset, I'm only looking at my weaknesses and I'm reacting through my weaknesses. But when I need a solution, I need to tap into my strengths, right? And that's what mindfulness teaches us. And when we start practicing a new thing, I'll just give you a quick understanding of how neuroplasticity works here. When you're constantly doing one practice, एक सिंपल एग्जाम्पल ये रह जाता है, चलिए अच्छे से बताते हैं कि आपको अपने घर से ऑफिस जाना है और बीच में ना आप पैदल चलते हैं, चलिए मान लेते हैं आप पैदल जाते हैं और बीच में there is this grassland. Okay, there is a grassland and you every day walk on that same path. आप रोज वही स्टेप्स लेते हैं, वही पाथ लेते हैं और उस ग्रास में से चलते रहते हैं और रोज अपने ऑफिस उसी रास्ते से जाते हैं, वापस उसी रास्ते से आते हैं. ऐसा करने पे क्या हो जाएगा? चलिए, let me know this in the chat box. What's your understanding? If you constantly keep walking on that same grassland all the time, what will happen in the grassland? वहां पे क्या हो जाएगा? What's your understanding of this? क्या हो जाएगा वहां पे? You'll be bored, of course. The grass will become a path. There will be no grass. पगडंडी बन जाएगी. Snakes आने के पूरे chances है. Grass will stop growing there. Absolutely, right? वहां पे एक रास्ता बन जाएगा, और ये रोज का आपका रास्ता. This exactly is how mindset works. You keep on working, you keep on thinking one particular manner. वो आपके अंदर दिमाग में there are neural pathways in our brain. Neural pathways बिल्कुल इस पगडंडी की तरह होते हैं कि आप बार बार उसी पे चलेंगे. हमने देखे ना, ब्रेन की तस्वीरें देखी हैं, हमको ऐसे सब नजर आती हैं चीजें. न्यूरल पाथवे बनते हैं. न्यूरल पाथवेज क्या करेंगे? आपको बार बार उसी पे चलने से ये न्यूरल पाथवे बनता है और जितना आप उस माइंडसेट पे चलते रहते हैं वो स्ट्रॉन्गर होता रहता है. नाउ आई टेल यू कि आज से आपको इस रास्ते से नहीं चलना है. यू आर नॉट टेकिंग दिस रूट, यू हैव टू चेंज योर रोड. अब आपको ये बीच में जो ट्री दिख रहा है उसके गोल घूम के जाना पड़ेगा. नाउ एवरी डे यू स्टार्ट वॉकिंग, टेकिंग योर रोड लाइक दिस. आप ये रूट लेते हैं कि हम उस पेड़ के अक्रॉस होके चलना शुरू करेंगे. अब क्या होगा उस ग्रासलैंड में? बताइए. अब उस ग्रासलैंड में क्या होगा? when you are moving towards your, when you start walking across the tree, वहां the grass will absolutely. Now what happens here is when you start walking on this new path, पुराने रास्ते पे क्या हो गया? फिर से घास उगने लग गई और आपने नया रास्ता भी बना लिया, ठीक है। दिस इज एग्जैक्टली हाउ माइंडफुलनेस वर्क्स विद आवर ओल्ड पैटर्न्स। ये जो भी माइंडसेट हमने सेट कर रखा है, बी इट विक्टिम माइंडसेट, बी इट अ फिक्स्ड माइंडसेट, जो भी बिलीव्स हमने बना रखी हैं, दे आर लाइक दीज, ये पगडंडियों की तरह हैं, ऑन दीज पाथ्स दैट वी बीन कॉन्स्टेंटली वॉकिंग ऑन. When we start becoming more mindful of these paths that I don't want to take but I'm still taking on, and I start moving away and start walking on different paths, this path that has made its बहुत strongly मेरे दिमाग में अपने लिए जगह बना दी है, they start erasing, deleting. And now that I am making conscious efforts, now that I'm making conscious choice, अब तक जो आपके mindset बना था ये आपकी इच्छा के बिना था, without you paying conscious attention towards it. You learned it from your environment. But when you start working mindfully, what you do is you decide the mindset that you want. You decide the neural pathways that you want to create. अब ये आपकी choice का है, right? So it is not going to hamper you because you look at your best, just like the breathing exercise we did to start with. You quickly started to breathe in deeper because you know that that is good for you. That's your conscious choice. तो ऐसे ही लाइफ की हर एस्पेक्ट में, when I start making conscious choices, when I'm mindful of what I'm doing, and then I start working the other side towards it, I start deleting that past mindset that I'm holding on to. So for mindfulness, yes, in itself is a mindset. And what's the muscle here? Awareness. Being aware of the fact of everything that I'm doing at every point of my time. But otherwise, we'll constantly keep on giving reactions by reactions. And we'll talk about that also. Let's understand why are we doing this? What is it that is making us create these pathways that we don't want to be on? Now, there is this system that's given to us. हमको एक system दिया गया है हमारे दिमाग में that which runs on its own. We've got an automatic nervous system, right? There's central nervous system, there's parasympathetic, there's sympathetic, all kinds of nervous systems running in our body there. And these systems work beautifully in coordination to help us live our life peacefully and more efficiently, smoothly, seamlessly, right? इसलिए हमको इतनी सारी systems दी हैं कि हमें बार बार हर चीज को सोच सोच के ना करनी पड़े. Like think of this, that at every breath that you have to take, you actually have to think about it. सोचिए अगर ऐसा करना पड़ता कि हर सांस को लेने से पहले सोचना पड़ता, याद दिलाना पड़ता कि अरे भाई सांस ले लो, मर जाओगे, सांस रुक जाएगी. Think if you had to do that. Think about this कि अभी आपको उठ के कहीं जाना है and you actually have to think पहले right पैर आगे रखूं या left पैर आगे रखूं, कौन से पैर से चलना है मुझे. If I had to think like this, do you have to do that right now? अभी आपको पानी पीने की इच्छा हुई, आप उठते हैं, जाते हैं, पानी लेते हैं, पीते हैं. You don't even think about it, right? That's your autopilot. यही काम था उसका. यही काम था कि ये जो छोटी छोटी चीजें हम everyday life में कर रहे हैं, all these things that we are doing, that should not take our mental energy. Why? Because when I'm going to put all my mental energy in these small things, तो जब complex tasks मेरे हाथ में आएंगे, decision making, major decision making, problem solving, critical thinking, ये सब जब सामने आएगा, तो मेरे दिमाग के पास तो energy नहीं रहेगी. My brain that consumes almost 20% of the entire energy of my body is always on this, energy save mode पे ही रहता है. हमारे फोन वगैरह में सब टेलीविजन में होता है कि एनर्जी मोड सेव रहता है, मोड ऑन रहता है. We have that too. It's right in there, and our brain is always on that energy save mode. And that's why what it's done is, over the time, what happens is everything goes on to that autopilot. एक और example clearly देती हूँ आपको autopilot के लिए. Flight है from Mumbai to New York, right? Flight Mumbai to New York है. Is the slide not moving for you, or are you on a slide that says autopilot? Give me a thumbs up if it is happening. I'll just move back. I'm getting and forward. It's moving for me. Give me a thumbs up if it's moving. I just moved the slides, and did they change for you? Yep. Not moving. Okay, what we'll do is we'll stop and we'll come back here. Okay, don't worry, we'll just come back here. वापस आएंगे और let's see if this works. Tell me if this works for you. You're seeing a slide on autopilot. That's what you're seeing. Yep, all working here. चलिए, थैंक यू वेरी मच। एक और चीज करनी हो गई, हमको रह गई है, वो कर लेते हैं क्विकली। टीम जानवी एक बार जरा ये देख लें, जरा ये मूव नहीं कर रहा है मेरे लिए अब। आज नया ही दिन है, या डू दैट। We're all set again. चलिए, talking about autopilot, understanding ये autopilot क्या है. Now there's a flight, okay, from Mumbai to New York, और मुंबई टू न्यूयॉर्क की ये फ्लाइट इज अ डायरेक्ट फ्लाइट फॉर 16 आवर्स, ओके, और 18 आवर्स का पूरा ऐसा डायरेक्ट फ्लाइट है. The pilots, now they have to sit in their plane and they're holding those steering and maneuver that plane for 16 hours constantly being aware, एकदम focus होके. Wouldn't that be really draining? Wouldn't the pilots get tired like hell doing this? They would, right? So what they invented is this autopilot, where they switch the planes on these autopilot mode, and now the pilots can take a break, they can go to the washroom, they can walk around, they can exercise, they can do anything, leave the plane on an autopilot and it can maneuver, right? That's exactly the kind of system we have in us. हमारे दिमाग में ये system भी है, that हमारे जो सारे काम हैं, ये जो रोजमर्रा के काम हैं, ये ऑटो पायलट पे हो जाएं, ताकि हमारे जो इमोशंस हैं, दे आर नॉट ऑन ऑटो पायलट, हमारे जो थॉट्स हैं, दे आर नॉट ऑन ऑटो पायलट, दे आर अस एवरी डे एक्सपीरियंसिंग एंड क्रिएटिंग. लेकिन हमने क्या किया, हमने वो हमारे इमोशंस को, थॉट्स को, उसको भी ऑटो पायलट पे डाल दिया है. सो टुडे, okay, something with the sound also. God. Chaliye. So as I was saying, what we've done with our life is that this autopilot is like a driver जिसका काम था कि मुझे घर से ऑफिस ले जाए, ऑफिस से घर ले आए. इसको अब मैंने बोल दिया है कि भैया मेरे को ये चीज अच्छी लगनी चाहिए कि बुरी लगनी चाहिए, जरा तुम बता दो. मुझे छुट्टी के लिए कहाँ जाना चाहिए, तुम बता दो. मुझे ये हाँ बोलना चाहिए कि ना बोलना चाहिए, इफ आई शुड टेक दिस डिसीजन और नॉट, इफ आई शुड फील लाइक दिस और नॉट, everything has been put onto that autopilot. ये autopilot सीखता कैसे है? With repetition. So in the end, constantly on that autopilot, we are doing the same things again and again. So all of you, if you're going through some struggle and if you've been working on something और उसका result नहीं आ रहा है, then understand when you're doing things on that same pattern, आप वही का वही बार बार करेंगे तो result नया कैसे आएगा? That's one thing. The another thing being that our autopilot was only and only meant to help us do these little tasks and not take decisions for us, not be that decision making, not be the decision maker for us. But that's what it is. It's the decision maker for us. And now all the decisions that we are taking, कि हमें कोई इंसान अच्छा लग रहा है या बुरा लग रहा है, अगर कोई इंसिडेंट हमें अच्छी लग रही है या बुरी लग रही है, if something is right for me or wrong for me, I'm taking it from my autopilot, which is something that was only meant to make us do smaller tasks in my life. And so our relationships are hampered, our results that we expect are not coming the same way. Everything is stuck for us because we are constantly moving on that same pattern. Now I am saying this, but are you doing this? We'll go through a quick checklist here. आप खुद ही देखिए आप कितना ऑटो पायलट पे चल रहे हैं, ठीक है? I'll go through this list of 10 and give yourself some rating here, 1 on 10, 2 on 10 if you're doing any of this. Number 1 पे, dread the day ahead. सुबह उठते ही सोचते हैं अरे यार सुबह क्यों हो गई, सुबह उठते ही सोचते हैं कि अरे करना ही क्या है. Is this no excitement? There is like just उठ जाओ, अब कर लो, उठ गए हैं तो चलो यार चाय पी लो, उठ गए हैं तो चलो यार ब्रश कर ही लो. And that's how we live the day. If you're doing that, if you're waking up with that, अगर इस सोच के साथ उठ रहे हैं, then give yourself a 1 on 10 here. Okay? Second thing, predictable daily routine. मैं अभी आपसे पूछती हूँ, what are you going to do for the next 10 days? और आप मुझे सब बता देंगे. तो कोई नहीं, सुबह 8 बजे तक उठ जाएंगे और फिर 10 बजे नाश्ता कर लेंगे, फिर 11 बजे ऑफिस चले जाएंगे, फिर 7 बजे तक वापस आ जाएंगे, एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. And you already know you're going to do this for the next 7 days, next 10 days, next 15, maybe next entire month. There is no newness because your brain does not like newness. So even if you think yaar ye सीखना है, ये यार ये नई चीज है, ये कुछ करना है, कहीं जाना है, all of that सोच तो रहे हैं लेकिन कर कुछ नहीं रहे हैं. लाइफ इज मूविंग जस्ट द सेम. इवन अगर आपको मैं पास्ट में सोचने को बोलूं आपने पिछला एक हफ्ता कैसे गुजारा, हाँ वही सुबह उठने बजे उठ जाओ और इससे नाश्ता कर लो, फिर ऑफिस चले जाओ, फिर ये कर लो, हाँ वही था वही. अगर वो वही में चल रहा है ना, you're on autopilot, you're running your life on autopilot. Give yourself a 2 on 10 there. All right. Number 3, doing things without thinking. बस किए जा रहे हैं, ध्यान कहीं और है, हम अपना काम किए जा रहे हैं. मे बी कई बार ये होता है टेलीविजन पे चल रही होती है स्टोरी है जो भी है, चैनल पे मूवी चल रहा है, न्यूज चल रहा है, बट यूर लॉस्ट इन योर थॉट्स. ये तो सिर्फ बैकग्राउंड का म्यूजिक बन गया है. You're also doing so many things. आप काम कर रहे हैं अपने, लेकिन आपको पता ही नहीं, आप बस अपना सोचे जा रहे हैं, सब्जी काट रहे हैं, सोच रहे हैं कि अच्छा फिर इसको क्या कहना था, उसने ऐसा कर दिया क्या, इसका हिसाब हो गया क्या, उसको पैसे भेज दिए क्या. All of that's going on. ब्रश कर रहे हैं लेकिन सोच रहे हैं कि अच्छा इसके बाद नहाने के बाद कपड़े क्या पहनने हैं. All of it just somewhere else. आप जो कर रहे हैं उसके बारे में तो सोच ही नहीं रहे हैं. But apart from that, anything else, if you're doing that, then yes, give yourself a 3 on 10. This one I'm sure everyone is doing. I don't know, somehow I have this faith in everyone. आप पे बहुत भरोसा है मुझे कि आप ये कर रहे हैं. Scrolling aimlessly, बस मतलब फोन उठाया, ये उठाया, फोन उठाया कि चलो यार इसको कॉल करना है. फोन उठाया कॉल करने के लिए, लेकिन देखा अरे व्हाट्सएप पे किसी का मैसेज है, तो पहले वो मैसेज देख लिया. व्हाट्सएप पे 2 मैसेज देखे, अरे 4 देखे, जवाब दिए. अभी यहाँ बात कर रहे थे, इतने में इंस्टाग्राम का नोटिफिकेशन आ गया तो वहां चले गए, इतने में फेसबुक का कुछ आ गया, कोई न्यूज का, इन शॉर्ट्स का आ गया, इसका आ गया, उसका आ गया. 2 घंटे चले गए, फिर याद आया अरे यार फोन करना तो रह ही गया, फोन करने के लिए तो फोन उठाया था. If that's what's happening, we're just doing this, बार बार काम कर रहे हैं और फिर भी बीच में फोन उठा रहे हैं कि कोई नोटिफिकेशन. इवन इफ यू जस्ट चेक्ड इट, अगर अभी आपने देखा है उसके बावजूद भी आप फिर भी बार बार फोन उठा रहे हैं कि कहीं कुछ नया हो. Because autopilot hates newness, so you're searching for that newness on your phone. If you're doing that, then give yourself a 4 on 10 there. All right. Number 5, lost in deep thoughts. Okay, बिल्कुल खोए हुए हैं. लेकिन अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं क्या सोच रहे हैं, तो कहेंगे कुछ नहीं, पता नहीं. If that's what's happening, think of this कि कभी ऐसा हुआ, and right now when I'm telling you this, आप अभी भी ऐसा ही कुछ सोच रहे हैं कि अरे हाँ यार उस दिन उसने ऐसे कहा था तब मैंने. आपका थॉट वहां जा चुका है. You're out of this place. You're already somewhere else. Right? So come back here. चलिए इधर आइए. और अभी सिर्फ अपने लिए consciously ये सोचिए कि आप ये कर रहे हैं कि नहीं, और lost बैठे बैठे बस thoughts में खो जाते हैं. ये ऐसा होना चाहिए, वैसा होना चाहिए, ये करना चाहिए, वो करना चाहिए, बस खो जाते हैं. If that's what's happening, big time autopilot needs to be worked on. Okay? Waste हो रहा है बहुत सारा mental energy यहाँ पे. Difficulty remembering. This happens because we are so lost in our thoughts कि जब कुछ सामने हो रहा है तो हमारा ध्यान उसकी तरफ नहीं है, हमारा विचार कहीं और है. भले हम फिजिकली कुछ कर रहे हैं, कोई हमसे बात कर रहा है, somebody is talking to me and I am thinking about something else, then I will not remember what they said. बाद में आके वो पूछे हाँ तो उसका फिर क्या हुआ, I will be like क्या, किसका, किधर, कब, बिकॉज हमने ध्यान ही नहीं दिया. So if you are having difficulty remembering, बहुत सारे लोग सोचते हैं एज रिलेटेड है. याददाश्त का और एज का बहुत कम लेना देना है. It has more to do how you're training your brain. If you're training yourself to not stay focused on what's happening, you are bound to forget things. All right. So difficulty remembering already happening. People in their 20s, people in their 30s, people in their 40s, people in their 50s. Post that you can understand. Then there is mental degeneration happening. But otherwise, if this is happening, autopilot switch off करना है उसको. ठीक है. Can't let go. This is a big one. And I'll tell you, this is both mentally और physically आपके सामने नजर आएगा. अगर आपने अब तक कोई पुराना कपड़ा, ऐसा कोई भी old jeans or a pair of a lovely dress or something पकड़ के रखा है, अंदर रखा है कि I'll fit into it again, or maybe ये मुझे उसने गिफ्ट किया था and I can't throw it away, and या इसका कलर वलर सब उड़ गया है लेकिन it's dear to me. If you are holding on, hoarding, not holding, you're holding on to things like this. Similarly on emotions, you're waiting, कुछ पास्ट में हो गया लेकिन आप पकड़ के रखे हैं. जब आप पकड़ के रखते हैं ना तो क्या हो रहा होता है, एक्चुअली आप खुद से ये कह रहे होते हैं कि they'll come back and correct things will happen your way. but जो पास्ट में हो गया, you tell me, can you go back into that moment and change things? You can't do, but you're holding on to it and you're waiting कि आज नहीं तो कल वो जो उस दिन हुआ था उसका रिजल्ट आज बदलेगा. but that's not happening. There's no change in the result going to happen. So you cannot let go. If that's what's happening, you're struggling with letting go of your past or struggling with letting go of things, give yourself a 7 on 10. No meaningful progress. बहुत कुछ करना चाहते हैं, गोल्स ऐसे लिखे हुए हैं, डायरी भरी हुई है, गोल नंबर 1, गोल नंबर 2, गोल नंबर 3, लेकिन कर कुछ नहीं रहे हैं उसको लेकर. There's no progress happening. आपको पता है कि करना है, लेकिन आप कर नहीं रहे हैं. You're big time on autopilot, and give yourself an 8 on 10 there. Cannot say no. Number 9. Okay, so many of us struggle with this. Now what happens? Why is it that we can't say no? सीधी सी बात है, ये हो रहा होता है कि हमारा जो दिमाग है उसे एफर्ट पसंद नहीं है, एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट. तो अगर आप इफ यू एंड अप सेइंग नो टू समवन, अगर कोई आपसे आके कुछ रिक्वेस्ट करता है और आपके पास बहुत काम है ऑलरेडी, you don't have time for it and you should have said no, but you are not saying no, that is because you don't want a new conflict here. इसके बाद इनको समझाना पड़ेगा, इनको डील करना पड़ेगा. इससे अच्छा यू नो व्हाट, आई रादर डू दिस. इससे भले ही मुझे ज्यादा एफर्ट करना पड़ेगा, मुझे ज्यादा काम करना पड़ेगा, but yet I don't have to deal with this person. So to save that energy, my brain will say हाँ हाँ ठीक है, हाँ हाँ बोल दो, ले लो काम, ले लो काम. And you aren't able to say no, right? If that's happening, give yourself a 9 on 10. And last, this is something that all of us are almost every day feeling, that I can live a better life than what I'm doing right now. There's so much we can do. There's so much we can attain. There's so much we can learn, and then we can go out and there and maybe earn. हम नई talent acquire कर सकते हैं. We can have more friends. We can have better relationships. We know all of this, but we're doing nothing about it. Every day वैसे ही दिन सुबह उठता है, होता है, शाम ढल रही है, सब वैसा का वैसा चल रहा है, and you constantly feel that things can be better. Then give yourself a 10 on 10. Chaliye, quickly in the chat box, let me know if if this is, let's just give me if you are what's your score. चलिए जल्दी से मुझे बताइए, इस 10 की लिस्ट में आपका स्कोर क्या है? 10 on 10 है. आई मीन स्कूल में तो हमको कहते थे कि 10 on 10 लाना है, लेकिन of course this is not that ideal 10 on 10, 10, 7, 9, 7, 10, 9, 7. You see that? You see that? 10, 10, 10, 9, 7, 5. See, whatever comes to your mind, even if it's not a 10 on 10, if it's a 6 or if it's a 9, whatever, there is something that we need to work on, all right? Okay, you see that? You see that? You got those scores for yourself, you know, now you have that in awareness, how much on autopilot you are running. Okay, ठीक है, समझ गया कि we are running on an autopilot. तो अब क्या? Then there are things we can do to change it, and I'll let you know them right now. ऐसा थोड़ी आपको गिनवा दिया कि हाँ ये autopilot हो गया, बस जाओ भी हो गया है. We can change it. How do we change this? Mindfully, working on ourselves. There are some things that we can start doing right now. I want you to start practicing doing these little things. I'm going to give you, and they may be very small. बहुत छोटे-छोटे काम हैं. Start doing that and start seeing the difference. First thing, learn one new thing. हमने learning तो सोच लिया कि स्कूल खत्म, कॉलेज खत्म, तो बस that was learning. पढ़ाई कर ली तो बस that was learning. That does not mean learning. Learning means anything and everything that is new to you. Understanding anything that is new to you is learning. And when we keep our learning going on, our brain, those brain cells, I'll tell you about this also. Post the age of 30, हमारे दिमाग के cells मरने ज़्यादा लगते हैं. Cells are dying every day, okay? Every day there are cells dying, but new cells are also regenerated. But post the age of 30, or even now, of course, it seems to be going behind by the age 27 and all, the death number increases while the degeneration number decreases. More cells are dying than are being created. So what do we do to create new cells? We learn something new. जब हम कोई नई चीज सीखते हैं, more cells are created because अब एक neural path बनाना है ना नया, तो उसको जगह चाहिए, उसको नए cells चाहिए, ठीक है? So learn one thing and you don't have to master it. You don't have to master it, but you have to learn. So constantly be in a learner's mindset कि आज ये नई चीज सीखनी है ही है. All right? Second thing, pick one new thing you saw on your journey. Now, what does this mean? If you're doing this, specially ये आपके लिए है कि you go to your office, आप ट्रेन लेते हैं, आप लोकल ट्रेन लेते हैं, बस लेते हैं, जो भी है, गाड़ी में जाते हैं, ऑफिस का बस आता है, whatever is coming. You go get into the train, you find yourself a place, अब जाके बैठ जाते हैं और जैसे ही बैठते हैं फोन निकाला, scrolling चालू. Now, if you're doing that, you're wasting a very good amount of time in time when you could have trained your brain to become new again. How do you do that? When you observe what's happening around you. Every day go with this thought process that today when I sit in the bus, I'm going to, or sit in the train, I'm going to notice every person who's wearing red. You know, oh, count that. Okay, 1% red, 2% red. Or I'll read out on a hoarding that goes. What happens is give new information to your eyes and give new direction to your brain, वरना वो autopilot में set होता जाता है. Every day you're doing the same thing. आप पहुंच भी जाते हैं और कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ा, and somebody says, हाँ, how was your journey? It's like, yeah, रोज के जैसा. Okay, that's where the brain cell is dying, रोज के जैसा रखने में. So make it new like that. Third thing, for those who complain of procrastination, this is for you. If you're procrastinating, there is something that you're trying to avoid. कुछ है जो आप अवॉइड करना चाहते हैं. जैसे अगर आप जिम जाना चाहते हैं लेकिन रोज अब मतलब भर भी दिया है 6 महीने के लिए, ऐसे भर भी दिए हैं 10-12 जितने भी हजार लेते हैं आपने भर भी दिए हैं लेकिन जा नहीं रहे. But you're trying to avoid something here, and so now you're distracting yourself. Okay, what you're doing is आपने, जैसे मैं ये किया करती थी, I'll give you my example ही. मैंने जब जिम ज्वाइन किया था और मुझे वर्कआउट वेट लिफ्ट वगैरह करना नहीं पसंद. अभी जैसे अब मैं योगा में है, हमको समझ में आया ये हमारी चीज है, वर्कआउट इज नॉट फॉर मी. बट आई पुश्ड माई सेल्फ, फैशन में है तो आई पुश्ड माई सेल्फ कि सब कर रहे हैं यार, हम भी करेंगे. सो आई रीच जिम. But what I would do is वो treadmill पे, that is, I don't call it treadmill, I call it dreadmill because I dread it. वो कहते थे यहाँ पे 10 मिनट आपने walk and run करना है. What I would do is I would get onto that treadmill, or even चल भी गए तो तो I would think about something else, like कुछ भी और कोई भी scene. So that was not helping. Another thing what I was doing was I would always, before I'm going to the gym, I would start a television show or something. और कहती थी ये 10 मिनट का मैं ये देख के फिर जाऊंगी, ठीक है, और मैं 7 बजे जाने वाली हूँ, 10 मिनट में ये खत्म हो जाएगा, 7 बजे मैं चली जाऊंगी. I will become engrossed, genuine. मेरे को पता है, मेरा दिमाग मेरे समझ रहा है कि इसको जाना तो है नहीं जिम, तो वो 10 का 15 हो गया ना, अब वो 7-10 हो गए, तो अरे यार अब तो लेट हो गया. तो टीवी देखते देखते 7-10 हो गया, यार अब तो लेट हो गया, अब चलो यार कल चलेंगे. You see that? Because I don't want to do this, I'm trying to distract myself here. ये भी हम सीखेंगे आगे, ये कैसे ये जो हमको नहीं करना है उसको क्यों कैसे बदलना है. But right now understand the distractions that you are causing, the things that you are avoiding, that's exactly what you should be doing. आपके दिमाग को अभी उसी चीज की जरूरत है जो चीज आप नहीं कर रहे हैं. Right? So just go and quickly think, what are you procrastinating about? वो एक काम ऐसा सोच लीजिए जो आप करना चाहते हैं, कर नहीं रहे हैं, बार बार के कल करते हैं, कर रहे हैं. अगर वो एक चीज है, कल से शुरू कर दीजिए. Right? Then becoming present in everyday tasks. छोटे छोटे जो tasks हैं, हमारा ध्यान कहीं और होता है, उस टास्क को इन्वॉल्व होके. इसके लिए एक छोटा सा प्रैक्टिस हम बताती हूँ आपको. दिस इज एन वेरी लाइक एकदम क्या बोलने का, ऐसा सिंपल प्रैक्टिस है बट हाईली इफेक्टिव. व्हेन यू गो इन फॉर योर शावर और व्हेन यू गो इन फॉर योर बाथ, गोइंग इन देयर एंड ऑब्जर्विंग द टेम्परेचर ऑफ वाटर फॉर सम टाइम, placing your hand under the shower, placing your hand in the water and just focusing on the temperature that you feel, becoming involved with that water there, that activity that you're doing. वरना क्या होता है, हम शावर में जाते हैं, हमने पानी भर लिया, जो भी है, हम ऑलरेडी वी आर इधर फोन में गाने लगे हुए हैं तो हमारा ध्यान उनमें चल रहा है, या फिर हम ऑलरेडी सोच रहे हैं कि क्या पहनना है, what am I going to dress, what am I going to eat, all of that. So this is a very small thing that you can do. Start training yourself when you go for your shower or when you go for your bath. Observe the temperature of the water and feel that. Not describing, कुछ नहीं, बस observe, सारा ध्यान पानी और हाथ का ये जो connection है उसमें रखेंगे. 2 मिनट के लिए ये practice कीजिए. You're training your brain to stay focused on one thing. Okay, ये जरूर करना है. Then the last thing that you can do, making everyday tasks a challenge. Now अभी क्या हो जाता है, how does our autopilot work? रोज रोज वही काम कर लिया तो अब हमको इसको सोचने की जरूरत नहीं है. So if I just like brush my teeth every day, I use my right hand, तो अब मुझे इसके बारे में कोई effort नहीं है. So what do? I make it challenging by switching my hands. Right? So if you're a right-handed person, कल से जो ऐसे छोटे छोटे काम हैं, switch hands, start doing with your non-dominant left hand. Now your brain has got onto an autopilot with using the right hand. Switch to left hand. Things like brushing your teeth, things like combing your hair, things like tying the knots of your shoelace or closing buttons. Okay, ये छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं, इनमें अपना हाथ शिफ्ट लाइए. Instead of using your dominant hand, start using your non-dominant hand. Okay, only for such things. अभी ऐसा नहीं है कि कटिंग वटिंग करनी शुरू हो गए, फिर कहीं लग वग गई तो बोलना मत, खुशी ने बोला था. This is not on me. Okay, so not doing those. Guys, please do not shave using the non-dominant hand. You don't want to like आधा मुंह छूट गया ऐसा कुछ. Okay, not on me, not on me. हम पहले से ही disclaimer दे रखा है मैंने. Right? If not anything else, start writing at least 10 lines with your, if you're a right-handed person, with your left hand. If you're a left-handed person, then with your right hand. 10 लाइन लिखनी है रोज. क्या लिखना है वो भी मैं बताती हूँ आपको, क्यों लिखना है वो भी मैं बताती हूँ आपको. चलिए आगे समझते हैं. What is happening with us is all these activities that I talked about, these are activities of mindfulness, because mindfulness is the opposite of autopilot. Mindfulness first is about, as I said, is about awareness. जब हमने starting में समझा कि हम हमारी awareness उस चीज को ले जाए जो हमें रोक रही है. So it's first about understanding and becoming aware and recognizing what is stopping us. Then we rectify it. Some things need some little change. थोड़ा बहुत इधर उधर कर दिया, जैसे right hand की जगह left hand use कर लिया तो हो जाएगा. And then some need complete alter in that behavior. जैसे जो मैंने आपसे कहा कि आप अगर ट्रेन में जा रहे हैं तो बार बार वो स्क्रोलिंग करने की जगह क्या करना है. All right, so that's how mindfulness helps us recognize, rectify and alter that autopilot behavior that we've just put ourselves onto. Okay, पूरा life इस पे चल रहा है अभी, एक ऐसी चीज पे चल रहा है आपका पूरा life that was not even meant to. ये इसका काम भी नहीं था, but your life is running on autopilot. Instead of running your life on autopilot, there is another system in our body. हमारी body system से भरी हुई है. Okay, इतने सारे अच्छे सिस्टम दे रखे, लेकिन हमने सारा स्विच कर दिया, गुड़गोबर कर दिया है. जिसको इंपॉर्टेंस देना था, जो काम देना था, वो काम उसको नहीं दिया. This is like wrong डिपार्टमेंट में हमने काम भेज दिया. There's another part of our body that's called a reticular activating system. Pencil size jitna, a bunch of neurons, a bunch of nerves right here at the spinal cord, stem of our spinal cord hota hai. Pencil jitna lamba. Iska kaam kya hai? इसका काम है फिल्टर करने का. इसका काम है filter the information that goes to our brain. Now understand, everything that you see is information for your brain. Even if the things right now, if you look around, आपके घर में आप देखेंगे, there are colors, there are shapes, there are things, there are all kinds of things around you, and this is useless information for you, but your eyes are collecting all this information and sending it to your brain. Similarly, all the sounds. अभी आप सोचिए, अभी मैं आपसे कहती हूँ, just quickly try to listen to other sounds around you. There are other sounds in the house. आपके background में दूसरे आवाजें चल रही हैं, मेरी आवाज के अलावा. There are other sounds that are happening around you. You are not aware of those sounds, but your brain, your ears, जिनका ये काम है, your 5 senses, उनका ये काम है information लेना. It is taking in this information. Ears जबरदस्ती information लिए जा रहे हैं, हमें तो फिर भी सुनाई तो दे रहा है ना, हम ध्यान नहीं दे रहे हैं तो क्या. Just like how we touch our floor पे हमारा, हम जहाँ पे बैठे हुए हैं, हम जो भी सोच रहे हैं, हम जो smell कर रहे हैं, so all this information that our 5 senses take in, and our 5 senses take in crazy amount of information. ठीक है, 64 billion bits of information constantly taking in. Right, that's what our brain is doing, taking in all that information. But is all that information important for us? No. Like right now you're listening to me, आपको मेरा background दिख रहा है, ये क्या important information है आपके लिए? बिल्कुल भी नहीं, लेकिन फिर भी आपका brain इसे register कर रहा है. It is taking in as information. Now, ऐसे ही इतना सारा information जा रहा है तो दिमाग का तो बिल्कुल failure हो जाएगा, right? So what happens, comes in our RAS, our reticular activating system. It blocks the information that is not important for us. तो उसको वो आगे ज्यादा जाने नहीं देता है. जिस चीज को हम ध्यान नहीं देंगे, वो चीज को वो अंदर नहीं जाने देगा. Now, this is such a good thing. The only thing that is wrong with our RAS is that it does not understand negative, positive, I want it, I don't want it, I like it, I don't like it. ये सब उसको समझ में नहीं आता है. If there is something that you don't like, but I've been constantly thinking about it, reading about it, watching about it, doing everything about what you don't like, Your RAS does not know that you don't like it. It will still take in as an information that is important for you. उसको लगता है ये आपके लिए जरूरी है, वो वैसी की वैसी चीजें और आपके सामने रेप्लिकेट, आपके अटेंशन में लाता रहेगा. If this happens with you, आपने ये इंस्टेंस भी बहुत बार सुना भी होगा लोगों से कि the moment say I decide to buy a blue Baleno, okay, I have a blue S Cross, चलिए मेरे पास एक blue S Cross है, जब मुझे वो S Cross खरीदनी थी, so I wanted to सोच रहे थे कि blue खरीदें क्या, but I was more towards buying the blue one. And all of suddenly when I thought that I want to buy the blue one, and when I did a little research and all about it कि हाँ ये अच्छा S Cross का अच्छा मॉडल है, ये वो, all of that I did that. अब जब भी मैं बाहर जा रही हूँ मुझे चारों तरफ सिर्फ S Cross ही नजर आ रही है. लाइक नेबर ने एस क्रॉस खरीद ली, पार्किंग में, सोसाइटी की पार्किंग में 10 एस क्रॉस खड़ी हुई है, रास्ते में 10 दिख रही हैं, और जहां भी जाऊं. सो व्हाट डू आई से, व्हाट यूनिवर्स इज हिंटिंग, यूनिवर्स मेरे को हिंट दे रहा है कि भाई तेरे को यही गाड़ी खरीदनी. इट्स नॉट द यूनिवर्स, इट्स योर RAS. The point being that आपके ध्यान में था कि आपको गाड़ी खरीदनी है, तो उधर तो इतनी गाड़ियां हैं. The moment you decided कि मुझे शायद ये खरीदनी है, and you showed interest towards it, your RAS picks it as an important information, and now जहां पे भी blue S Cross नजर आएगी, वो आपका attention उस तरफ ले जाएगा कि ओके ये देखो ये रही blue, और अरे ये रही, वो हमेशा से वही थी. They were always there, but they were not in your awareness. So similarly with everything that's happening in our life, कुछ भी हो रहा है, इट्स ऑलवेज देयर. द पॉइंट इज हमारा RAS हमको उससे इंपॉर्टेंट समझने दे रहा है या नहीं दे रहा है. नॉट ब्रिंगिंग इट इन आवर अवेयरनेस बिकॉज वी आर नॉट पेइंग अटेंशन टुवर्ड्स इट. The opportunities are right there, but we are not aware about them. The difficulties are right there, but हम कूट के उसकी तरफ हमारा अवेयरनेस है. हमारी अवेयरनेस बिल्कुल भरी हुई है सारी डिफिकल्टीज को लेकर, because that's what we are feeding to our RAS. I'll give you a very simple example of how our RAS works and see this. You're in a party, ठीक है, you're in a party and there are all these people, और आवाज हैं और सब चिल्ला रहे हैं, और आप जिनसे बात भी कर रहे हैं किसी से, तो आप ऐसे हाथ रख के बात कर रहे हैं, सुनने में तकलीफ हो रही है, बड़ी मुश्किल से सुन पा रहे हैं, और ऐसे में आपको अचानक से आपका नाम सुनाई देता है, एंड यू जस्ट लिसन. या हाँ कैसे सुनाई दिया, तो नाम कहीं पे भी कोई बोल देता है तो सुनाई, इवन अगर कोई नाम के जैसा भी कोई बोल दे, like I'm in a party and somebody says Rushi, and I'll be like yeah because I thought it's Khushi, right? क्यों हो रहा है ये? बिकॉज बचपन से मैं ये नाम सुनती आ रही हूँ, एंड माई RAS अंडरस्टैंड दैट दिस नेम is very important to me. I respond to this name. Anybody calling this, I will listen to it. So my RAS will pick any time where is this. अब गाने में, किसी फिल्म की गाने में, डायलॉग में, अब मेरा नाम तो चलिए ऐसा है कि गाने में, डायलॉग में बहुत आ जाता है, तो ऐसे कैसे नोटिस में आता है ना, अरे खुशी बोला, अरे यहाँ पे मेरा नाम. और if your name is not, if your name is rare and you hear it, दो लोग एक ही रूम में सेम नाम के हो जाए तो भी अरे ये तो फटाक से अवेयरनेस में आ जाता है. That's because your RAS understands that this is important for you. This is, let me tell you this one more thing, okay? इसके बाद से ऐसे लोगों से प्लीज चिढ़ना बंद कीजिएगा. You see, I seen the single people will always, और even थोड़े से ज्यादा साल हो गए होते हैं ना जिनकी शादी में, वो लोग बहुत चिढ़ते हैं जब young couples, new couples call each other cute names, ऐसे cute names दे देते हैं, सोना, बाबू, बेटा, बच्चा, पता नहीं क्या क्या बोलते हैं, right? और तो जो मैरिड लोग होते हैं और मतलब सीजन्ड लोग जो होते हैं वो चिढ़ जाते हैं, लाइक क्या लगा रखा है, ऐसे क्या फालतू है, ये बकवास है. अब समझिए यहाँ क्या हो रहा है कि जब हम छोटे थे, जब हम बचपन में बच्चे होते हैं, तो हमारे माँ बाप हमको क्या बुलाते हैं, यही कुछ बुला रहे होते हैं, ऐसे निकनेम्स से बुला रहे होते हैं, बाबू, बेटा, बच्चा, जो भी है. तो हमारा RAS को पता है कि ये चीज हमको अच्छी लगती है. सो व्हेन यू ग्रो अप एंड if you're someone जिसको अब तक ये पसंद नहीं था, लेकिन all of a sudden now you have a girlfriend or now you have a boyfriend who's going to call you these names, you like it. Because your RAS, it's not because of that another person, it's because this RAS, it knows that you liked it earlier, so it has that memory, it's holding on to that information. ये सी छोटी छोटी information को आपका RAS पकड़ के रखता है. Why am I talking about this RAS today right now here? Because your RAS, mindfulness together, is your law of attraction explained. Okay, so if you're going to tell me that what, if I'm going to vibe in certain vibrations and then things will come in my, I'm going to tell you that there is science to this. The science is right here. There is what's called RAS. Now your RAS is constantly looking for filtering all that information that you're taking in. So whatever information now, from now onwards, let's become mindful of the information that you're giving to your brain. So all of suddenly, now that you heard of law of attraction, and now that you've heard some influencer tell you that, you know, if you think positive, only think positive things will happen to you. Yeah. So you start thinking positive. Like, and you ऊपर से you force yourself to do that. लेकिन अंदर से जैसे कुछ गलत होता है, you say, ये मेरे साथ तो हमेशा बुरा ही होता है. That's the first reaction that comes. ये क्यों हुआ? Because RAS original चीज पकड़ रहा है, ठीक है? RAS will take that repetitive information. So yes, when you constantly keep on practicing, consciously keep on practicing positive thinking, वो धीरे धीरे से अंदर जरूर उतरेगा, लेकिन उसके लिए आपको अपना अवेयरनेस उस तरफ ले जाना होगा. You'll have to be mindful of the fact कि जब all of suddenly एक बुरा situation आता है, तब आप क्या करते हैं, तब आप जिस तरफ जाते हैं, that is what's in your subconscious में जा रहा कहां से है, RAS से. तो RAS को वो देना शुरू कीजिए जो आपको चाहिए. So that's why, you know, we talk a lot about mindfulness is everything about gratitude. So is law of attraction talking about gratitude. Why are we talking gratitude? Why we talk gratitude? जब हम gratitude की बात करते हैं, हम observe करते हैं चीजें क्या अच्छी चल रही हैं. Because otherwise our brain is trained for negative bias. Okay? वो भी हम आगे समझते हैं कि ये negative bias में क्यों है. It's trained for negative bias, इसलिए बहुत आसानी से उसे जो भी negative है वो तो दिख जाएगा, लेकिन आसानी से positive नहीं दिखेगा. उसके लिए आपको ट्रेनिंग देनी पड़ेगी. उसके लिए यू हैव टू रीड बुक्स. यू डोंट हैव टू रीड बुक्स ऑन हाउ टू ट्रेन योरसेल्फ फॉर नेगेटिव थिंकिंग. कभी आज तक किया है क्या ऐसा, बैठ के प्रैक्टिस की है कि आज मैं 2 मिनट के लिए नेगेटिव थिंकिंग प्रैक्टिस करूंगा या करूंगी? नो, वी डोंट हैव टू डू दैट. बट दैट्स बिकॉज आवर ब्रेन इज ऑलरेडी ट्रेन्ड फॉर दैट बायस. बट पॉजिटिव सोचना पड़ता है, फोकस करना पड़ता है. So when we start this whole practice of gratitude, you start looking for what are good things in my life. They could be 2, but you constantly focus on them. You put your attention and your RS starts picking that. Okay, you're happy about this one thing in your life. Then when that thing is happening around you, it will just send your attention towards it. वो awareness ले जाएगा. Otherwise, your awareness is not there. The opportunity is always there. You get that? Am I clear with what is law of attraction? If I can take out the myth here. Okay, if I can take out all this myth of law of attraction का जो बना रखा है ना कि बस गिमिकरी है कि लिख लो, वो भी करना है. मैं आपको बात वो भी बता रही हूँ, मैं आपको वो भी बताती हूँ क्या करना है और क्यों करना है. So don't fall into for any kind of gimmickries here. Understand that how is your brain working on it and then consciously work towards it. So एक जर्नल खरीद लिया जिसमें मैं है ना हर दिन लिख रही हूँ आई एम कॉन्फिडेंट, तो मैं कॉन्फिडेंट हो जाऊंगी? नहीं. लेकिन अगर मैं उस स्किल पे काम करूंगी तो हो जाऊंगी. इट्स अ स्किल. If I go and learn, I go and work with a communication trainer or confidence building trainer or something, I will learn. YouTube पे बहुत सारी चीजें हैं. I practice, I will learn कैसे करते हैं? रेपिटेशन से. लिखने से होगा क्या? नहीं, उसे प्रैक्टिस करना है. गिव इट टू योर RAS. व्हाट आर यू डूइंग? वो आप जिस तरफ अपना अटेंशन ले जाएंगे वो आपको वही दिखाएगा. If you're really into writing, then write exactly the things that you are looking forward to. ये प्रैक्टिस आप रोज जरूर कीजिए. Write down to make that RAS know what you want. Yes, write down things. Why? Your fingers have maximum connection with your brain. पता है क्या स्कूल में भी हमको ये होमवर्क क्यों दिया जाता है? अब सब गाली देते रहते हैं, ऐसे बोलते हैं क्या फालतू इतने किताब भर के क्या. There's logic behind it, there's science behind it कि हमारे जो फिंगर्स हैं उनका कनेक्शन, मैक्सिमम कनेक्शन है हमारे ब्रेन के साथ. So things that we will write, we will remember because it will go through different channels. जो हम चीजें स्मेल जो एक है, दैट इज द ओनली थिंग जो हमारे डायरेक्ट इमोशनल ब्रेन से कनेक्टेड है. उसके अलावा सब कुछ हमारा RAS के थ्रू जाता है. सो वी राइट डाउन, वी थिंक अबाउट इट और हम उसके बारे में बोलते भी हैं. व्हेन वी डू ऑल द 3 थिंग्स टुगेदर. ओके, सिर्फ लिखना नहीं है, उसको बोलना भी है. मंत्र चैंटिंग करते हैं लोग, राइट? ये सारे जो मंत्र बोले जाते हैं ये क्या है? ये यही है. RAS को इंफॉर्मेशन दिया जा रहा है कॉन्स्टेंटली दैट दिस इज व्हाट दीज आर द वाइब्रेशंस आई वांट टू फील. So right now, if there is something that you want to achieve in your life and you're stuck with it, give it to your RAS. How do you give it to it? As I said, it does not understand positive or negative. So instead of giving it all the negatives, I don't want, that does not work. Give it the positive things. उसको don't समझ में नहीं आता है, उसको चीज समझ में आती है. तो आप बोलेंगे don't want fats, तो भी वो आपको fats दे देगा क्योंकि उसको don't तो समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा था, उसको तो fats समझ में आ रहा था. Because our brain understand things in pictures, right? So picture the things that you want. अभी ये बोल दिया I want a beautiful life. So what's the definition of a beautiful life? आपने तो वो ड्रेस के लिए भी ब्यूटीफुल बोल दिया था, और आपने तो फ्लावर्स के लिए भी ब्यूटीफुल बोल दिया था, और आपने वो हार के लिए भी ब्यूटीफुल, हर चीज को तो हम ब्यूटीफुल बोल रहे हैं. So brain gets confused. Do you mean to say that that garden is your life? Do you mean to say this flower is your life? Do you mean to say this dress is your life? Don't confuse your brain with these kind of random informations. Okay, बहुत nouns में समझते हैं, nouns दीजिए. Form your sentences. Write your sentences at least 5 times, 10 times, whatever you are looking for. Second, बोलिए उन्हें जब आप लिख रहे हैं, ताकि आपकी आवाज में और आपके ही दिमाग में आपकी आवाज गूंजे. And then also feel what you're writing. When you attach all these three sensations, only then it goes very well in your RAS. Repetition in this form, right? That's how you will put good information, and that's how that whole law of attraction is going to work for you. It's basically law of attraction. To if I could say it in one word, it is RAS plus mindfulness. So I'm putting in the things that I want, and then I achieve what I want. Okay, so that's RAS, and that's another thing that will switch off your take you off that autopilot. Now what we can do right now is, because if we don't do this, all right, because if we don't do this, here is what's happening with us. Now the problem is, हम लोग जो देखते हैं ना, हमको क्या लगता है कि if I don't work out, if I don't plan on my if I plan something but I don't do those things, तो उससे मेरा मेरा ये गोल पूरा नहीं होगा. That's not what's happening. Every time that you are not able to fulfill a goal or a task that you've given to yourself, your brain goes into a shame, a guilt game. There are these emotions of shame, guilt that start building in. And this slowly leads us towards what's depression. This is one of the most fearful, scary data that's come out, and I'm really worried of that, because हम जो छोटी-छोटी चीजें नहीं कर रहे हैं, सही चीजें जो हम नहीं कर रहे हैं, they are leading us to this. Depression will be the single biggest cause of disability in the next 20 years. So we can be these human beings with amazing hands and legs and all, or are physically we are moving great, but the brain is not ready to live, not ready to accept, not ready to enjoy. That's how depression. And that's where mindfulness comes in, where we can break this. Okay, we can break this whole depressive state. Right now, quickly, I'm going to share this one technique with you. I want you to practice this every day. A mindfulness technique, it's called dynamic sensation breathing. We will practice this right now, and we will practice this also. आप इसे रोज practice करेंगे, दिन में 2 बार, to increase your awareness. Why? Because your 5 senses जो हैं वो information को कैसे collect करते हैं, ये बहुत जरूरी है. All right, chale, quickly, let's get ready for some activity here. Understand this simple breathing technique. If you can, of course, have your cameras on for me so I can understand कि आपने से we are doing it the right way. No, we are not going to type. Not typing, okay? That movement is important. जब हमारा ये movement जो हो रहा है, ये connection, ये pressure. So no typing, writing. That's why writing is important. चलिए. Let's get ready for a quick breathing exercise. And this exercise, आपको अभी भी फर्क नजर आ जाएगा, और ये exercise आप रोज practice कर रहे हैं, okay? At least minimums that we can do with ourselves. This is the minimum we can do. Now, what I want you to do is have your 5 fingers spread. हाथ ऐसे अपने सामने रखेंगे, ठीक है? दूसरे हाथ का इंडेक्स फिंगर जो है उसको अपने थंब के रूट बॉटम पे रखेंगे. And while you breathe in, you take a deep breath in. As you inhale, you move the finger up, okay? And as you exhale, you move the finger down. With each inhalation up, with each exhalation down, ठीक है? हम हमारा पूरा हाथ ट्रेस करेंगे. आपका ध्यान कहाँ होगा? 1, अपनी ब्रीदिंग बहुत स्लो रखने में. I will count for you, okay? I will count. So go with my count. आपका ध्यान इस सेंसेशन पे होगा. This sensation that you feel when you touch your hand, आपका ध्यान यहाँ होगा, और दूसरा आपका ब्रेथ पे, ठीक है? Keeping it slow. चलिए, let's start. Fingers spread in front of you. Index finger at the bottom of your thumb. And gently close your eyes. हमको कोई excess information नहीं चाहिए, और सारा ध्यान अपने इस contact पे ले जाइए, where your finger is touching your thumb. All your attention down at this sensation, and now slowly start to breathe in. And as you breathe in, lift up your fingers, move your finger up, and I count 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale and move your finger down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale and down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale and down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale and down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale and down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue up again. Inhale and up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale and down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale and down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale and down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale down. 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. All relaxed? From this relaxed state, then go out and take your decisions. From this relaxed state, sit to study. From this relaxed state, go into a presentation. From this state, go out there and go for that interview. Difficult situation coming in front of you, these are the things that you really need to work on. 10 minute भी नहीं लगा ना, हमको कितना लगा? 1 minute, 2 minute लगे हैं. That's all it takes for our brain to switch off from that frenetic movement that's happening and calm down. We need to calm down our mind, because a calm mind is a creative mind. And a creative mind is a problem solver. A chaosful mind is a problem creator. उसको और problem, आप जो लोग कहते हैं ना overthinking का problem है, आप overthinking में solution नहीं ढूंढ रहे होते हैं. All you're doing is you're describing the same problems in 10 different ways. That's all we are doing. You're not finding any solution here. For that, the mind has to be calmer. So you do this simple exercise, okay? Keep this exercise with you for every day. Okay, Shelly, now moving ahead, there is one more thing that we really need to learn about ourselves, because that's what's hampering us big time. Again, mindfulness will help us become more aware and then come out from this aspect of our minds. There is what's happening called amygdala hijack. People who are going through stress. If you're taking stress at any point of time in your day, okay? People who are going through anxiety, anyone who's facing anxiety acute भी हो सकती है, anxiety general regular disorder भी हो सकती है, whatever anxiety that you're facing. If you're going through depression, if you're going through anger issues, this is what's happening with you. It's called amygdala hijack. Now let's understand what's the amygdala, and then understand what's the hijack factor. Now amygdala is a part of our brain. These are two small almond-shaped part of our limbic brain right behind our ears. Okay. amygdala का काम क्या है? amygdala का काम है memory store करना और उन memories के base पे emotional reaction create करना. Okay. That's one of its job. Now this is what we are constantly doing. What's happening? अगर आपके साथ ये हो रहा है, then tell me this, that you say somebody says something to you और आप उनको उल्टा जवाब देते हैं, फिर वो आपको वापस कुछ बोलते हैं, फिर वो आप वापस उनको कुछ कहते हैं, फिर this keeps on going, and after 5 minutes 10 minutes you feel like अरे यार ज़्यादा बोल दिया. That is amygdala hijack, because वो आपके conscious progression, this is what should happen. आपको कोई stimulant दिखता है, there is some information that your eyes are taking or ears are taking, आपने कुछ देखा, कुछ समझा, कुछ सुना, and this information goes to, before it goes to your prefrontal cortex, which is your thinking head, your conscious brain, just for a millisecond it goes to your amygdala. But before your amygdala, if वो active, hyperactive नहीं है, it will, then that information will go to your prefrontal cortex, और यहाँ पे उस information का 2 और 2 4 किया जाएगा. समझा जाएगा कि हाँ भाई इसने ऐसा कहा है, शायद इसने ऐसा इसलिए कहा होगा, इसका मूड खराब होगा, व्हाटएवर। यहाँ पे हम लॉजिक लगाते हैं, ठीक है। जब हम लॉजिक लगाते हैं, our decisions that we take are conscious. Now this is how we take sane, conscious, non-regretful decisions. कि आपने इंफॉर्मेशन लिया, वो प्री फ्रंटल कॉर्टेक्स को गया और आपने डिसाइड किया कि हाँ मुझे इनको जवाब देना है, नहीं जवाब देना है, whatever it is. Okay, that's how it should be naturally. लेकिन when we have an hyperactive amygdala, ये नहीं होता है। Instead होता ये है that our amygdala hijacks our prefrontal cortex. So जैसे information amygdala के पास आता है, before it goes to the prefrontal cortex, our amygdala creates a reaction और ये हो गया झगड़ा, फटाक से दे दिया उल्टा जवाब, फट से हो गए नाराज, बुरा लग गया, जो भी हो रहा है। Okay, so that's what your amygdala is doing. It's hijacking your prefrontal cortex and not letting it take sane decisions. Now why is that happening? ऐसा कर क्यों रहा है? amygdala दुश्मन बैठा है हमारा, हमारी बॉडी का एक हिस्सा है, कैसे दुश्मन हो सकता है हमारा? It is not the villain, it is not the bad guy here, right? उसको पहले से एक काम दिया गया था। amygdala is part of our brain जो बहुत पुराना है, primitive है, जब हम जंगलों में रहा करते थे, when we were hunter gatherers, जब हम जो फूड चेन है उसकी बॉटम पे हुआ करते थे। What does that mean? That means we were at constant danger of being killed. हम कोई भी हमको मार सकता था। There were these huge tigers and elephants and snakes, बड़ी चीजें थी, तो हमें कोई भी मार सकता था। तो इस तरह उस वक्त हमें बचाने के लिए we had this amygdala which was always active. This amygdala was constantly looking ahead, looking out for danger, जो इसका काम है। और जैसे ही उससे danger sense किया, it will create a fight or flight response. We've heard of that, right? A fight or flight response that it will tell our hypothalamus, चलो दूसरे सारे glands को बोलो, hormones release करो. Now your body starts releasing adrenaline, cortisol, insulin. All these hormones are important for us, but if in right time. cortisol फैट होल्ड करने वाला हार्मोन है, इंसुलिन शुगर लेवल राइज कर देगा, एड्रेनालिन ब्लड प्रेशर इंक्रीज करता है because it takes away all the blood from your organs, from your heart and pushes it towards your hands and legs. So in naturally इनका काम सही है, यही काम है, लेकिन when your brain is giving this stress reaction, your body creates a stress response. Now जब हमारे सामने in that time when we were living in this primitive time, when we had a big saber tiger in front of us, we had to run away or we had to fight it, and we needed all this energy in our hands and legs. लेकिन आज हमारे दिमाग को नहीं पता है that the stress that I'm taking, the fear that is getting in me is not for a saber tiger, but it's for my boss, my impending deadlines, मेरी upcoming exams, मेरा कोई interview, my in-laws, my partner, could be anything that is stressing us. तो आप समझ रहे हैं कि आपकी बॉडी आज भी वही रिएक्शन क्रिएट कर रही है जो किसी जमाने में डेथ के सामने आने पर होता था। बट क्या एवरी डे आर वी फेसिंग डेथ लाइक सिचुएशंस? Even this exam that's coming up for you, is this a death-like situation? Even if you're not prepared, is it a death-like situation? It's not, but the body is creating that kind of a response. So we're creating constantly this stress response, which is the reason why today all this anxiety becoming disorders, एंजाइटी डिसऑर्डर हो रहा है, स्ट्रेस हो रहा है, डिप्रेशन हो रहा है, एंगर इश्यूज हो रहे हैं, एडिक्शंस हो रहे हैं, because we want to relieve the stress somehow. But not only are our mental concerns a reason of this, even our physical concerns ban rahe hain. Your body, whatever is created, will show it physically. All these disorders that are right here, weight gain, people stress over weight gain कि यार weight loss ही नहीं हो रहा है. आप जितना weight gain को लेके stress करेंगे उतना ज्यादा weight gain होगा, okay, because they are creating a stress response. Blood pressure, insomnia, acidity, people think कि acidity हो गया, एक जेलुसिल खा लो ठीक हो गया, मैंने कुछ खा लिया होगा. No. Every time that you create a stress response in your body, your liver is forced to release a lot of acids, and then you create that acidity creates. Okay, so ये सब forced situations हैं जो हमारी body में build हो रहे हैं. Why? Because we are creating this whole amygdala hijack is happening. हमने ये response create किया हुआ है. तो इसका solution क्या है? How do I get out of it. Now what's happening is you have trained your amygdala to constantly switch into that, quickly come into action. Uska kaam sirf tab hona chahiye tha tab there is a genuine stress or death like situation in front of us. लेकिन हमने उसे इतना ट्रेन कर दिया है, बात बात पे हम स्ट्रेस ले रहे हैं, that हमारा amygdala hyper active रहता है. So now we train our brain using mindfulness and its techniques, using our own 5 senses, क्योंकि वहीं से तो सारा information जा रहा है हमारे amygdala को. So we train our 5 senses to train our subconscious mind. हम बार बार ये जो amygdala switch on हो रहा है, hyperactive हो रहा है, उसे कैसे deactivate, reduce its sensitivity, make the conscious brain more active. We learned about it in the starting itself, right? Making the conscious brain more active. What do we use? We use our own 5 senses. Okay, I'll quickly share. We'll just go for a nice meditation right now. Abhi ka abhi. Meditation helps in reducing the activity in our amygdala. Okay, when the action, all that action is reduced in our amygdala, प्रीफ्रंटल कॉर्टेक्स जिसका काम सोचना है, जिसका काम इंफॉर्मेशन अंदर लेना है, वो स्ट्रॉन्गर होता है. जब वो स्ट्रॉन्गर होता है, देन वी आर लिविंग अ बेटर लाइफ. व्हाई? बिकॉज वी आर मेकिंग कॉन्शियस डिसीजंस, we are more active in our work, we are easily चीजें याद हो रही हैं. All of that's happening because our conscious brain is active. How do you make your conscious brain active? Using your own 5 senses. Chaliye, we'll go into a nice meditation, something that you can practice to increase our self-awareness. The problem with amygdala hijack is it takes away our awareness. हम aware ही नहीं है, we are only reactive. तो अब हम ये reactivity कम करनी है. How are we going to do that? While we'll get into a meditation here. Okay. And we will use our own body, our own sensations and our own senses to help us connect one with ourselves, so that all these distractions, we can cut them out. And then, so the practice that we are going to do is a practice of pratyahara. Pratyahara is a part of our Ashtanga Yoga. Pratyahara ka matlab hai to withdraw your senses within. Okay, when you withdraw your senses within, what you're doing is you're cutting out all that external distraction, and you're making your conscious brain active. And when we focus at our Chittakash, we'll understand when I go into it, we connect our conscious brain with our subconscious brain. And when these two are connected, and at that point, when I give instructions to my brain, they go straight into my conscious brain. All right, Chaliye, let's get into that meditation where we can train our conscious brain right in this moment itself. उसको repetition of course लगता है, but understand how to do this, and then you can practice this again and again. All right. If you want to, again, of course, you can keep your cameras on. I just want to see your body posture. वो सीधा रखना जरूरी है. Have a body posture which helps good breathing. जब हम सीधे बैठते हैं तो क्या होता है कि हमारा जो lungs हैं उनको enough space मिलता है, enough space to expand. When there is lots of oxygen में खून में जब वो मिलता है तो वो दिमाग में जाता है, दिमाग तेज होता है, right? So we need that, right? We need that rich oxygenated blood goes to our brain, and that's why we sit up straight, right? If in case there is anyone who's going to distract you, if in case there is any kind of distraction that's already there, like if your phone, you can always have it on flight mode or switch it off for some time. It will take us 10 to 15 minutes. Give yourself those 15 minutes. These are your 15 minutes. ये सिर्फ आपके लिए हैं, right? So give yourself undivided, undistracted attention. Sitting up straight does not mean ekdam arched. Sit in a way that your back is comfortable. We don't want us to be uncomfortable. Your feet, I would want you to have your feet grounded. पैर नीचे रखेंगे, and in case you are wearing any kind of shoes or socks, take them off. I want that आपके feet floor से connected हो. Okay? Keep your feet connected to the floor. Remove any kind of slippers or socks if you're wearing. Yeah? Chaliye, taking up this posture here, just sit up straight. Just sipping some water so I don't. Let's get started here. Just sit up straight and gently close your eyes. Eyes closed as gently as possible. Forcefully बंद नहीं करेंगे. Gently eyes closed. Sitting up straight and leave your hands relaxed on your thighs. Hands are on your thighs, palms facing upwards. Fingers curled and relaxed. Just get comfortable in this position here. Just observe yourself and notice if there is any kind of discomfort. Then try to take away that discomfort. Try to release and relax yourself. For any meditation that you practice, if you're practicing any kind of meditation, see to it that when you start, you relax yourself first. So just relax yourself completely here. Eyes gently closed and take your attention towards your breath. And when you take your attention towards your breath, just observe your breath going in through your nose and out through your nose. Going in through your nose and out through your nose. One more time, in through your nose and out through your nose. And now take a deep breath in through your nose and expand your chest, and as you exhale, exhale from your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. And a long exhalation through your mouth, and relax your shoulders. Shoulders relaxed. Taking one more deep breath in. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, and as you exhale, relax your back. One more big breath in, and you exhale with relaxing the entire body. Entire body loose and relaxed. Continuing with this rhythm of your breath, take your attention down towards your feet and observe the touch that you feel under your feet, where your sole touches the ground. And observe what comes in your observation, in your awareness, the temperature of the ground, the texture of the floor. And stay there where you feel that connection between your feet and the floor. And now slowly take your attention up towards your knees, your thighs, and observe where you're sitting on the floor, on the chair. And observe what that touch feels like. You feel the chair under your thighs and just focusing on that sensation. And now attention up towards your back, and if your back is resting against something, maybe the chair, the rest of the chair or the wall, just observing that touch, becoming aware of every touch that you feel. Attention towards your hand. Keep your attention towards your hands, where your hands are on your thighs, and feeling that sensation. And also your eyes are closed and yet you can feel your hands, you know where they are placed. And this is how you become completely aware of your entire body. And now take your attention towards the sounds that you hear. Take your attention towards every sound that you can hear, but just don't hold on to each sound. Move your attention from one sound to another sound as it comes in your awareness. It could be the sound of people talking, the television, or some music, or some dogs barking, or cars honking, whatever it is, but move your attention from one sound to another sound. Moving your attention, not holding on to one sound, rather becoming aware of every sound as you hear. Stay with the sound that you can hear. Continue being with all these sounds that come in your awareness, just not holding on to one sound, okay? Keep moving. Attention from one sound to another sound. And now take your attention towards your mouth. And whatever comes in your awareness, what is the taste that you observe in your mouth? Or maybe of the food that you just had, or the drink that you had, or maybe nothing, just the saliva and the tongue. And observing the tongue and the saliva, and just run your tongue gently all over your teeth and becoming aware of the entire mouth and all the taste that's there. And now take your attention towards your nose, and as you inhale, observe the smells that you can smell in. It could be the odor of food, or of flowers, or of any perfume or deodorant, whatever comes in your awareness. Try to stay with the smells that you smell. Consciously taking your attention towards each smell that comes in your awareness. And now take your attention up between your eyebrows. Your eyes looking upward. With your eyes closed, look up between your eyebrows. Between your eyebrows is the Chitakash. Chitakash is the mental space given to us where we can think and see anything that we desire. And from here it goes to our subconscious mind and it becomes our reality. Are we disconnected? Right. And just stay here. Hold on to your attention towards your eyebrows, staying here with yourself. And now try to see the colors that you can see between your eyebrows. What are the colors that come into your view? It could be dark. Yes, it's okay. There could be light, maybe white or golden. There could be shapes, lines, squares, and circles. Anything that comes in your attention. Just focus on what are you seeing and look into it deeply that you can see. Keep your attention there between your eyebrows. This is where all the attention, this is where All the real work is happening. So stay with your Chitakash, hold your attention here, and now see the images that I name. In this Chitakash, see the images that I say. Snow-clad mountains, snow-capped mountains, बर्फ से ढके हुए पहाड़, ऊपर नीला आकाश, blue sky above, white fluffy clouds in the sky, coming down and a river flowing, clean river flowing, green grass surrounding around the river. And now gently step onto that grass, walk into this picture, step onto that grass and feel the green, cool grass under your feet. You can feel the green grass under your feet. And now start walking ahead onto that grass. Keep walking ahead, and as you move ahead, there is this lovely, beautiful road in front of you. And this road has trees lined both the sides. दोनों तरफ ऊंचे सुंदर पेड़. इन पेड़ों की छाया आप पे पड़ती हुई और इस छाया में आप आगे की ओर चलते हुए keep walking ahead with these trees lined by the sides of the road. Keep walking ahead. And as you walk ahead, you see there is a stage in front of you. And this stage has some steps that lead you to that stage. These steps have some, the stage has some steps, and by the side of the stage, there are all the people that you like and love standing for you. See the faces of the people that you love, your parents, your partner, your children, your siblings, your friends, all the people that you love are right there standing by the side of this stage. And they're smiling and they're looking at you and they're smiling because they are happy for you and they are waiting for you to come up on this stage. They are waiting for you to come up on this stage. So now walk towards the steps and look down on these steps. These steps are all the troubles that you have faced. And today you're going to walk over these troubles. At that first step down there, there are all the people who did not believe in you. Look at the step down there and you see the faces of all the people who did not believe in you, and look into their eyes and tell them, I am a champion. And now gently lift up your foot and climb up. Walk over that step and climb up to the next step. On this next step, under your feet, there are all the obstacles that have been trying to stop you. All these obstacles that have made things difficult for you. Look into the eyes of these obstacles and tell them, I am a champion. Now lift up your leg and climb up. Walk over these obstacles, climb up to the next step, and here on this step are all the troubles that you have faced until now in reaching your goals. All these troubles are right there under your feet. Look into the eyes of these troubles and tell them, I am a champion. Now lift up your foot and walk over these troubles, climb up to the next step, and here there are all the failures you have experienced until now. All the failures that have not let you move ahead, they are right there under your feet. Look into the eyes of these failures and tell them, I am a champion. Lift up your leg and climb up onto the next step and come up, and here there are all these things, difficulties, obstacles, problems, failures, all of them right there under your feet. Look at them and tell them, I am a champion, and walk over them. Walk over them and climb up onto this stage. come up on this stage that has been set for you. The stage is ready for the champion that you are. And you have all your people in front of you, happy for you. They are clapping for you, smiling at you, looking at the champion that you are. And these people are so happy. Your parents are so happy. See their happy faces. Your friends are so happy. Your children, your siblings, your partner, everyone standing in front of you, all these people who love you, they are so happy for you because they know that you are a champion. And tell them this, lift up your right hand. Lift up your right hand and place it on your heart and tell it to the world, I am a champion. Look up towards the sky. Look up towards the sky and tell the universe, I am a champion. Look up towards the sky and look at the stars, the moon, the sun, everything, the Milky Way, everything, and tell them, I am a champion. Feel it in your blood. Each cell of your body can feel this champion rising within you, and tell each cell of your body, I am a champion. Tell each muscle of your body, I am a champion. Tell each neuron of your brain, I am a champion. Let there be a spark in your head. There is light happening in your brain. This champion energy is taking over your brain, your entire body, and you're glowing. And 3 times, say it out loud to everything, everybody, I am a champion. I am a champion. I am a champion. Just stay with this feeling. Let your brain take it all in. Let your subconscious brain know you are the champion. Let each cell of your body know you are a champion. Let everybody know you are a champion. Gently wiggle your toes. Turn your heads towards the right, towards your left. Join your hands together. Rub your palms. Warm up your palms. Place your warm palms on your eyes. And gently open your eyes under your hands and run your hands all over your face and bless yourself with this energy. And open your eyes. Namaste. Champion rising within. Champion every day. Champion every day, because champion is not who does something. Champion is not who achieves something. Champion is when they start before they do something. Great. Great. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. चैंपियन आप कुछ अचीव करने के बाद नहीं बनते हैं. चैंपियन आप पहले होते हैं, फिर आप अचीव करने निकलते हैं. चैंपियन is not who has done something. Champion is who decided will do something. Boosted? Yes. Good. Now stay with that energy. Keep that energy that you are right now vibing in. This is the practice I'm talking about. Continue practicing this again and again. Absolutely. Feel that energy. Thank you, Devshri. But that's the point. The energy is something we create, and don't let it diffuse. Okay? Stay with that energy. Hold on to it. Are we facing some kind of difficulty in that? There is no change from my end. I can't. My energy is high, but the internet seems to be a little low here. Thank you. Chale. Now this is all from my end for tonight. For the rest of the 20 minutes or so, I'm going to talk about the mindfulness practitioner certificate course that I'm launching from the 1st of July. For those who only wanted to learn this much, this journey comes to an end. If you're someone who wants to learn more about mindfulness, wants to join this journey with me, then stay with me here for the next 20 minutes. Here is what I'm going to talk about, right? Understanding mindfulness learning, what you just learned today, what you just practiced today, that's every day. That is what we are going to learn. All right. How to do that? What are we going to practice every day? Now, from here, again, it's about making a conscious choice, right? So I am giving you two doors here. You make your choice. Door one, you continue the way you've been continuing, though I've given you a lot of handy tips that you can start working on right now, and it can continue with you. What? Okay, we aren't able to see the presentation. Is that so? Today, of course, our internet has been a little hunky-dory. Let's see if this is happening. Let me know if you can see this. Yeah? Okay, thanks. Shelly. So, door one, continue the way you've been. The autopilot is with you. You also have some knowledge on how to switch that autopilot off. Of course, there are all the influencers out there. They'll tell you what to do, and you can continue learning from influencers or people from their practices as you've been doing. Or I'm giving you a door two here. You can join me and join my thriving community of learners who have been learning and practicing mindfulness on everyday basis, so that we can tap into all the laws of the universe. It's not just one law, there are 12 laws, and we tap into all of them. Practice practical things. We just did them, right? From the start one, we have been practicing how to train our conscious brain, how to become aware, how to improve our self-awareness. That's what I'm talking about. And for that, I am bringing my mindfulness practitioners certificate course, right? It's a 2-month long certificate course. It has 11 sessions in all, 3 foundation sessions and 8 mentoring sessions. We meet every Thursday, though this date and time can be changed, but this is right now what it will be. Thursday, 8 to 10 p.m. We meet every day. Starts on the 1st of July. Whatever that we've learned today is just the tip of the icing, and there is so much more we can tap into, a tip of the iceberg, and there's so much more we can tap furthermore into. Now, what's going to be in this course here? First 3 days, the 1st of July, 2nd of July, 3rd of July is going to be orientation, our foundation program. We'll understand all the rules and regulations and tools and everything. What is mindfulness based on? Once we learn that, after that, post that, for next 2 months, 8 power-packed mentoring sessions. And at the end of each mentoring session and the foundation session, a meditation like this, so that energy always stays. I will see to it that your energy does not fall. That's my job to do here. So for 2 months, that day one will be our orientation day. Now, what's an orientation day? In this orientation day, I will share some clinical tests that I use with my clients who come for one-on-one counseling. These tests I will share with you. You will learn what are your life values. You will learn what are your strengths, and then you will learn your stress coping strategies. Okay, so what is your perceived stress scale? All of these I will share with you, so that you know where you are and what are your values and strengths you can work on. Apart from that, this is continuous learning. What does that mean? It means you join me for one session, for one time course, but you can be with me for the other 2 cycles of the same learning. Yeah, so you join me once, but you are part of the cycle for at least 3 more cycles. Now, what happens after this workshop? What will happen? This is what's going to happen. We are talking about understanding how our mind works. We are talking about improving our relationship mental health that is blocking our physical mental health is ruining our physical health. So we work on that. Yep, that's what we're achieving. In each module we learn how to see to it that our mind is not our master but the slave that we all talk about. Physical mastery, feeding ourselves the right thing, not going on with whatever comes in front of me. Emotional mastery, not letting our us, not only how we will master our negative emotions, but also there are so many more positive emotions to feel, but we just don't pay attention to them. So awareness towards 10 other positive emotions for a fulfilling life. Social mastery, how to work on our relationships, developing resilience, developing compassion, creating a better society. Okay, mindfulness as a practice is not just, though it is a very personal practice, it is also about how you go out to the world. And then, of course, spiritual mastery. The world, the Western world looks at mindfulness as a as something that will help us de-stress. But in our scriptures, mindfulness, it can lead us to immense power, okay? Transcend beyond this worldly experience. So that's what we will learn. How are the foundation foundation sessions going to be? 3 foundation sessions to start with. Day 1, orientation, values and strengths, mindfulness for those values and strengths. Day 2, more systems in our body. Parasympathetic nervous system, sympathetic nervous system. How does mindfulness work on these systems and how to make these systems work for us, right? And then understanding the philosophy of mindfulness. It comes from Vedic scriptures, it comes from Buddhism, understanding where it comes from, okay? Not just that, as I said, orientation day. It's about tests. All the tests that I share with my clients in my clinic will be shared with you so that you can know where you are, what are your strengths. You will also be given a practice log because every day we will be practicing different tasks. So you write down your reflections of what comes in your awareness. All right. Reading material, everything that I will teach you. You'll have reading material, audio, video content, meditations sent to you. So you can sit at your home at your time, practice different meditations. Now, one of the biggest highlights of this program is the 60 days of WhatsApp training. Now, what is that? For the next 60 days, I will send one mindfulness task for you. You have to finish that task. You have to practice that task. This task can be anything from observing to working to, and why are we doing this? We are doing this to increase our self-awareness, to break our autopilot. How to break our autopilot? There are tasks, and these are small tasks that will not require you to put too much of time and effort, but their effect is going to be amazing. Okay, and every day, so there's going to be one task every day. This is from one of my earlier groups. Now, in the mentoring session, mastering self-awareness. Until we are not self-aware, we are only running on whatever is coming to us. So that's what we'll master. Art and science of meditation. Meditation is super powerful. We all know that. And we don't do that. So we will practice this with me, and also we'll understand the art and science so that we keep that practice with us even after the course is done. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि 10 दिन वहां जाके तो कर लिया फिर नहीं हो रहा था. I hear this a lot. So for that to not to happen, we learn the art and science of meditation. Attitudes, learning better attitudes so that our relationships get better. Compassion, love, and kindness. This is what actually makes us human. So tapping into those attitudes, going in with that non-judgmental attitude at work, because at work there is so much of conflict, there is so much of politics. How to deal with that? We learn with our attitude, of course, working on the depression and anxiety part. Howard University is like at the top of all researches it does for mindfulness, and this is what it has told us, and the researchers are amazing. So we'll use those researchers for our benefit. For financial growth, understanding what's stopping us, all these beliefs where, you know, I can't take money, or I can't get good money, or the RAS, all that RAS blockage, we'll open those RAS blockages so that we can earn better and have a better lifestyle. So these are going to be our 8 mentoring sessions for awareness, for meditation, for relationships, for attitude, for habits. Yes, our habits run us, right? हम सारा काम, at least 40% of our decisions are based on our habits, but our habits are unconsciously made. So we learn how to make conscious habits so that our life runs smoothly. Also sleep, big factor that is ruining our mental peace. So how to get better sleep, we learn that using mindfulness. And of course empathy is what's missing out in our life because we're so self-critical. So we learn how to work on that. So this is what is coming with my mindfulness practitioner certificate course, so that you can unleash that inner self. We as human beings are multidimensional. We are not just a single dimension that we look at ourselves. We are multidimensional. There's an emotional dimension, mental, physical, spiritual, social dimension to us. And when any one of it gets disrupted, it impacts every another emotion, that every another dimension, right? So this emotion needs these emotions, these dimensions need to be addressed, so that each dimension we master. That's how we live a fulfilling life. And that's what we learn here, how to master our mind, our thoughts, our emotions, our relationships, and make great decisions, right? So that's what we are going to learn in our okay, this is what is coming for us in our mindfulness practitioner certificate course. Why? This is what is, there is immense research out there, and West has been a buzz. This is the buzzing word in practice in the Western world. Companies like Google and Facebook, they have mindfulness coaches coaching every day their employees, so that people live a happier life, right? Are less on anxiety, depression, because that's what mindfulness meditation does. Reduces anxiety level by 60%. Insomnia, people who cannot sleep, 50%. Increases positivity by 120%. What you did right now, that little activity, that itni chote tasks, but that's what I'll teach you. All those tasks that will make you super productive, because we really need a lot in our life to get straightened out here. We need to get over those physical concerns like IBS and fibromyalgia, for psoriasis, all these problems that are thought generated. Yeah, so we work on them. Mental concerns, of course, anxiety, depression, all of it that I've been talking about all throughout. Why? Because we are looking for a better lifestyle, to make healthy choices, make meaningful, happier relationships, purposeful actions. That's what we want. Financial stability, right? That's what we want. We don't want these physical concerns. We don't want these mental concerns. So we work on them using mindfulness. As I said, it is a certificate course. So what's coming? How much is it going to cost? What are the payments and all of that coming for you here? Now, these are divided into 2 packages, standard and premium. There are some amazing bonuses that I'm going to share with you. Just listen, stay here and understand the bonuses that are coming your way in these different packages. Now, of course, 21,000 was the package price, but that's not the offer price. We've reduced that. We've come down for you, but again, for both our courses, the prices have been reduced. And yes, this is the premium package. And of course, we've reduced the offer price here. But those of you who are here and who've been with me here for this entire time, this is the actual price. For those who've been with me for these 3 hours and, bearing all this fluctuation that we are facing tonight, thank you very much. I highly appreciate you going through this with me with all this fluctuation. And for you, I have this webinar only price here, 9,500 for your standard package and 11,500 for your premium. Also, this is going to be the last time that we are keeping these prices. The prices will go high. Also, the bonuses, I've got unlimited bonuses coming for you, which I may just stop as we move ahead. So be the action taker. It's about here and now. So what are the bonuses for the action takers for the standard package? Here's what's coming your way. First, as I said, I'm a yoga instructor. My team is just posting links for Atman Yoga. That's my yoga page. If you want to join me for yoga classes, I have yoga classes every morning, 6:30, 7:30, 7:30 to 8:30. You can join me there. There are meditation classes. There are yoga nidra classes. There's everything that happens there. So we are a throbbing and thriving, community. And with that, I'm giving you these 4 sessions of brain yoga, where we learn how yoga, which is a form of mindfulness, can work on empowering and strengthening our brain. That's one thing. Another thing that I'm giving you is an amazing mindfulness journal. It's called the GLAD journal. This is a mindfulness technique for gratitude. How do you actually, beginners should actually go into this. GLAD is the GLAD. It stands for gratitude, learning, accomplishment, delightment. How do you look at the day? We learned with this journal. Then there is, of course, a harnessing happiness journal. There are 10 different emotions that we can feel, positive emotions that we can feel. But do we do that? We're only running after happiness. So what are those others and how to experience them? For that, you have this journal coming for you for the standard package. For those in the premium package, and of course, my team is posting all the links in the WhatsApp group here, in the chat box there. If you're going for the different packages, my team is posting links. If you want to join me for the premium package, want to buy the premium package, of course, there are more bonuses there apart from the brain yoga. How to deal with anxiety when anxiety hits, right? When it hits, what to do. That's what you're going to learn in this program, in this course. Then there's another course on habit that you've been struggling with. That's what I'm giving you in bonus here. And then there is this amazing communication mastery class, 4 sessions for communication, because as I've been working as a communication trainer, here's what I'm doing. I'm giving you these communication trainings so you can work on your communication skills and master. That's LinkedIn #1 skill to work on in 2022. All right. So do work on your communication skills anyhow, but that's a part of the premium package. So here are the 2 packages for you. The standard package at 9,500 with the foundation sessions, the mentoring sessions, and the brain yoga sessions. That's at 9,500, and the premium package with all of that, plus the communication mastery. And one of the biggest highlight of the premium package is you get one-on-one with me. We will sit together. I will listen to you. What is it that you're struggling with? And we'll do a one-on-one session where we will understand what are your requirements, and then how can you utilize what you're learning here straight into your everyday life. All right, understanding your issues. So that's the biggest highlight of that premium package, one-on-one session with me. Apart from that, I'm also always available on the WhatsApp group. We form our group and we'll be there. Okay, so if you have any concern, you can always, there's a group, you can talk in the group. If not, you want to talk to me personally, you can always text me, message me. Also, apart from that, there's a lot in the premium package. There are lots of bonuses in the premium package. There is Ask the Right Question journals. Is this whole thing that constantly doubting the right questions, give us the right answer. So that's another journal that I'll be sharing with you. Apart from that, there is a special feature in this communication in this premium package, that is 1+1 family bonus. Now, what does that mean? It means you pay for one person, but together you can sit together with me in the session and learn. You're not, someone else can sit there, or someone from your family can sit there with you and learn the process, learn the program with me. All right. So that's what. Also, yes. Apart from that one-on-one strategy session with me, personal strategy session with me, there's also access to the retreats that I go. I conduct amazing retreats all across the country. As I said, you can check us on Atman Yoga for that, and you can join me for these retreats. And so you will have that access to retreats, right? So what are you waiting for? Tell me, what are you waiting for? Here are the links that my team is posting. 9,500 standard, 11,500 premium, Now, in case that you are looking for, if there is any kind of question that you have and you want to ask me or something, you can always, what you can do is write down in the chat box. You can pay right now 3,000 and book your seat. That's what I'm telling you. 3,000, book your seat, and chat में हमको लिख के भेज दीजिए आपका number and just tell us I am in. Okay, your name, your number, I am in. Pay 3,000, book your seat. As I said, if you're going to think and सोच रहे हैं कि अगली बार या और कभी, then अगली बार या और कभी the prices are going to go high. That is for sure. Right now, book your seat with 3,000. Send us a message. Okay, once you pay 3,000, send us a message. Say I am in, your phone number and your name. All right, send that to us right now. Also, the team is sharing all kinds of payment links. There's InstaMojo link, there is bank account details, there is a GPay number. Whatever suits you, you can use that. All right. Now, why are we talking? Why am I doing so much about mindfulness? I'm a counselor and I counsel people. Then I don't just go out and talk about mindfulness. Of course, I have other techniques also, but mindfulness in our everyday practice, these are all the lists of things that it can work on for us, and it may help us, with our sleeping disorders, with our mental disorders like anxiety, depression, stress, even type 1 cancer. Yes, not level 1 cancer. We're not talking more than that here right now. No research on that. Anger issues, eating disorders, because anxiety brings in that a lot, diabetes, overthinking. The list is endless on what mindfulness practice can work. Right, that's why so much about mindfulness from my end coming here. Now, again, for those who are looking, who have this mental block against money, that's one thing we will be covering, because as I said, law of attraction explained to you, RAS plus mindfulness. The money that is not coming is because there is something that is not working in our RAS, right? So we'll set that right, so that there is that promotion that you're looking for, there is that new career that you're starting for. All of that with mindfulness, when we become aware of our own strengths. Of course, weaknesses तो हम रोज रोज देखते होते हैं, रोज रोज खुद को बोलते होते हैं कि यार तुम्हें ये भी अच्छा नहीं है, तुम्हें वो भी अच्छा नहीं है, लेकिन अच्छा जो है उसे कौन हाईलाइट करेगा, उसे कौन बार बार देखेगा. That's what we do here. So learning that, and that's why mindfulness. Right now, if this is not enough, the 3 hours that we've been together and all the information and knowledge that I've shared with you is not enough. These are the people who've already been with me in different programs, and this is what they have to say. They have enjoyed, they have learned, and it's always fun. Okay, with me it's always fun, that I can guarantee. And we get these amazing feedbacks from people all the time about the way things have been for them. These people have joined in just because they're like, okay, this is great. Yeah. So these are all the things that we get sent. These are all the testimonies that we get now. Okay. So yes, if it's working or not. And the last thing that I can tell you tonight for this program is it comes with a money back guarantee. The bonuses are for you to keep. It comes with money back guarantee, which means post your foundation sessions, you feel this is not working for me, ask for your money back. We'll, right? So there's no risk for you here. For me, if this is not, you can use these numbers, and that is what I am offering for you. 1st July, say we are starting mindfulness practitioner certificate course, where we will learn how to master our emotions, how to master our physical well-being, financial well-being, spiritual growth, all of that in this program. Right now, that's it from my end. If you want to join us, as I said, the team is constantly sharing our links. Also, we will share a feedback form with you. Do let me know what you think about the program, because your feedback is of utmost importance to me, as I need to grow to every day, learn, Yeah. So if there is something that you want to talk to me about, tell me about, surely do let us know. We'll ask for it. And so do reply to us. Also, you can connect with me on Instagram, connect with me on Facebook. It's Kushijani_coach KJ on Instagram. There's Atman Yog, my yoga page. There's a lot happening around with me. So you can always join me there. Okay. So you've got all the connections, details here. Actually, if there is, apart from that, let's stop this. If you have any kind of question, do raise your hand. I'll unmute. Okay, you can. No. If 2-3 people may. Chale, in case you have any question, yes, do raise your hands and raise your hand, and I would unmute you, ask you to unmute yourself, and I can. Yeah. Any question there from anybody? You can ask me anything, which means it's not just about the program. If there is something, the communication mastery class, right? So the communication mastery class, it is 4 sessions. These 4 sessions, we learn first about verbal, non-verbal, and verbal, non-verbal communication, all forms of communication. We also learn about our communication with ourselves, because this communication mastery course, this is based on NLP. Okay, so I am an NLP coach also. So everything is based on NLP. So I'll be teaching you NLP techniques that you can use to boost your confidence, to overcome your mental blockages. What are the blockages that you're holding on to, and become an amazing speaker if that's what you're looking for. Apart from that, also how to communicate with the universe, this whole law of attraction thing, the science behind that. So how to connect with self, with others, and then with universe. So this communication mastery class is about your physical, how should you be presenting, from that to how you should be thinking, all of that using NLP. Okay, Manpreet? Am I clear? You can also affirmations, yes, rather I call them mantras. Yep. Why I call them mantras is because I will teach you how to create your own mantra that resonates with you. It's not about what everyone else says. It's about what resonates with you and what do you want to put in your RAS. All right. So yeah, we will work on that also. Any another question? Let me know. All right. So in case you want to stay connected with us, in case you want to know more about the upcoming programs, I keep on conducting different sessions. I conduct special sessions for women. I've been working with women a lot, so I do that also. So you can follow me again, as on team has been posting on Facebook, on Instagram. We've also got our YouTube channel where we keep on posting our teachings. So you can post us there. Okay, yes, that's what I'm telling you. In case you have a question about the program, just write in about anything. Just write in I am in, okay, in the chat box, write in I am in, and I did not answer something that you asked me. I'm sorry, it may have skipped. Kanuk, I'm sorry, I don't see the question. There's too many. Can you ask me the question again and I'll be able to answer you there? If you could just post your question again, or if you want to, you can always unmute yourself and ask the question. That's also okay. I'll just, yeah. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hello, ma'am.
Just a minute, just a minute, just a minute. There's one problem here. I will have to, sorry. Okay, tell me.
Hi, ma'am. First of all, I'm very grateful that I got an opportunity to attend your session. It was very, I could not attend the complete, but in parts because I'm a homemaker, so I have to look after many things. So, but it was excellent. I mean, like, I have attended many mindful programs, but one thing I want to ask, ma'am, when I attend, I'm into it. Like, till the time I am with the program, I follow the instructions, and it's very, it's very mindful and very transformative kind of thing. But what to do after the session? Like, after it gets over, things come back to the normal, the same schedule, the same mind, and the same, what to do for this, ma'am? I want this transformation in me, that it should be consistent throughout my life.
Absolutely. That's the whole idea. That's what it should be. It shouldn't be a temporary thing. And like in one thing that I will tell you is what happens with us is it is the whole thing that I explained, it's very easy for our brain to fall onto old habits because then they are not, they don't require too much of attention. But when we are doing this for a long period of time, now that's why there is this feature in my in this course join in for once, but you stay with me for, of course, 6 months. You can continue coming in the sessions. Also, the everyday practice is there that is with you. So the connection is so long that that accountability is constantly there. That you keep yourself going. Are you doing this or not? Are you practicing this practice or not? Now, after a long period, like say more than 3 months, that becomes a habit for us. That's the whole point behind the tasks that I'm sending, or that so that it becomes an everyday habit, and you set up your I'm sorry, can you hear me? Because it's been a little disruptive here from my end. You can hear me? Yeah. Okay. So as I said, that's why the program is planned in such a way, and I can agree with you because I've been through this myself. It took me a while to fall into that everyday practice. Also, that's why there is this special attention paid towards intention. So our problem is when we're going through something and we want to change that, so we practice something. When once that problem goes away, we stop practicing the solution because we're doing only reason based. हमने वो उतना सा ही ध्यान दिया था उसको. That's why the whole intention, and that's why every class we're doing this is setting up our intentions. When the intention is there, that never goes away. When you intend to do something, it's always there, because intention is something that never rather gets fulfilled. It's always continues with you, right? Reason solve हो जाएगा, goal achieve हो जाएगा, intention, it's always there. The intention is always there, and that's why we work a lot on intentions. Intention के साथ अब ये काम करना है. Intention क्या है? So every task that I send you, what's the intention? So you start with an intention and then you practice so that it stays with you and it just does not goes away. You get that? Right? So if you have a question, yeah, just keep yourself on. I've asked you to unmute. You can unmute yourself.
So, ma'am, this is the only way to get connected with you, like the one you said, ki you have to register for the 10,000 whatever with the fees. So this is the only medium, or is there anything else so that I can stay connected with you? Because I do yoga every day. So yes, I would be with your classes, like to get the update. I can join it because 7 to 8 is my fixed time. So I want to connect with you, but so this is the only way or anything else?
So the course is on its own. The course is going on. Iska kuch nahi hai. The course continues. But yes, you can always connect with me. You have our numbers. You've got all our ways. As I said, there are all these platforms that I'm already there on Instagram, on Facebook, if you want to join a class. And also, I continuously keep on doing sessions especially based on women health. So that will keep on. I'll keep you informed. अगर आप हमारी टीम में रहते हैं, if you do not unsubscribe from our emails and WhatsApp groups, then yes, you will be constantly updated from our end. Like last yoga day pe we had a great yoga nidra session, so everyone's invited. Chaliye kuch karte hi rehte hain. The learning is continuous. I really, if you remember, there is one slide on that number 4 is the learning is continuous. It never stops, and it's fun like that. So yeah, you can always stay connected with me. No issues there. We have our numbers. Just connect with the team once, and then we can talk this my head too. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Shelley, then I guess that's about it. Where am I? If there's any kind of, if you can, I assume that there are no hands, so there are no questions. In case you want, if there is any kind of doubt and you want us to call you and answer your questions, if you want me to call you and answer your questions, then yes, do type in I am, or you can send a message to our team numbers. We've been sending you messages on from our team numbers, so you can use those numbers, and yeah, you can always get a one-on-one session if one-on-one is what you want and not to be a part of a course, right? So I guess that's about it for tonight, right? uh, if there is no question, okay, Pallavi, chaliye. Thank you so much. Again, stay in touch, stay connected, and stay mindful, of course. And I'll see you whenever I see you next. And you have a good night, right? Chaliye, Ruchin. Bye bye. Good night.